feel I wanna fly. Yeah, it's either do or die, do or die. And since I'm in it now, I'm in it to win it. Sky's is the limit, no more being some motherfuckers who did it.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Just kidding. I ain't about to start it off like that. What's going on, good people? It's your boy William, and we are the No Name Podcast, where no name can describe this greatness. And in the house we got...
Hey, Dot, what's up?
And in the house we got... Blank Face. Sorry, one of the co-hosts is out today.
Blank Face.
Blank Face. No, our good brother Nick is out today. Prior obligations, but we'll hold it down for you, good brother.
We got you, Nick.
We got you. Real quick before we even get into the thing, shout out to ROLLOUT Digital for letting us have this platform, and shout out to Brown Sugar Bourbon.
Yep.
If y'all ain't tried it yet, I'm trying to tell you, try it before it gets too big and the prices are gonna start raising up. Told you, I was telling them today. I was driving by, I saw this big old semi. It was like the best bourbon you can drink, BSB. So you know, they got the advertisements out there. You know, them prices go up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Get you a nice little stock. Get it at the house. Get your box. You know,
Have some shots.
have some
mixes.
shots. Right. Have one in the chamber. Yeah.
One in the chamber.
But yeah, man, we got some interesting stuff going on today.
Yeah.
I want to keep it somewhat positive. I think we'll start off and get the bad news out the way. I'm sure everybody's aware. Rest in peace to comedian legend Gilbert
Yes.
Gottfried. So, yeah, he just passed away. Was it 2 nights ago?
Yeah, on Tuesday, April 12th, he passed away from a heart abnormality.
Abnormality?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading about that. I was like, apparently he had a condition that had been going on for a little
Yeah.
bit, and something, I guess,
With
just
his heart.
yeah, just didn't go well.
Mhm.
So RIP to him. For those of you guys who don't know who Gilbert Gottfried is, he's a known comedian. He's been in a lot of stuff. SNL, what was it Beverly Hills
Beverly
Cop?
Hills Cop 2. Yeah,
second
that
one.
was funny.
One of my favorite things
funny.
that he was in growing up was Problem Child. I don't know if anybody ever saw that movie, Problem
Oh,
Child.
yeah.
With that little
I
redhead
forgot
kid.
about that with that kid.
The little redhead kid, and he was like the principal, and like he would like his obnoxious voice. It was obnoxious, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's back! And then because it was the first movie he was there, then I think
Yeah.
his character left and went to a different location or school, and then that kid he transferred and ended up going to that school too, and he was like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
That was funny.
Other big roles that I'm sure everybody's aware of. Aladdin, he played the parrot, the Lago, the
Yeah.
red parrot. If you guys always on Jafar's lap, that obnoxious voice. I'm telling you, his voice is obnoxious,
was-
but in a good way.
yeah.
It was,
He was so distinctive, like
Yeah.
his voice.
you knew as soon as you heard him speak, you knew who it was.
Yeah, there was.
He didn't have to be in the room, you just knew.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big thing, and I believe he was 67 years old, so he wasn't that old. Yeah.
No.
But,
That
you
was
know.
still young. He had 2 young children too.
2 young children.
Yeah, I wasn't sure of the ages, but they were
Okay.
young. Yeah.
That's crazy. You know, when you're in upper years, you're still getting it in. You know, with these younger ladies, you know how to understand. No, I'm just playing. I'm about to say I ain't gonna start no shit. I was like, let me start drama. He'd be like,
Start something.
I don't need his voice haunting me in my dreams. Like, hey.
And one of his last posts, he was defending his comedian friend Chris Rock.
Oh yeah.
So he put, which is the worst crime, Chris Rock being physically assaulted or Chris Rock telling a joke?
That is funny.
And
Accurate. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
The comedian were gonna support their people though, because I
Yeah.
mean, you know, it's your group, it's your folks that you roll with, and you know, grown up with, watching
Yeah.
each other, supporting each other, and on top of that, just understanding the situation. Like as a comedian, you know, people stuff's gonna happen. We already talked about the whole Tony Rock thing, but
Yeah.
I watched it again the other day. That was so funny. He was like, if I tell a joke that's offensive to any one of you, you can do absolutely one thing, nothing. Like,
that's funny.
he said, because if you try to walk on this stage,
Now he's gonna be ready.
right? He said, I'm delivering nothing but hands.
Exactly.
Tony
Well,
Rock.
rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Gilbert
Yes, Gilbert Gottfried. He was a real one. What a real crazy voice.
Yeah, literally, you just walk in and you just heard it.
I'm telling you, some people just have it. Like even Chris Rock, for example. Like if you hear Chris Rock, you know it's Chris Rock. When you hear
Yeah.
this man, you know it's him. Like, but moving forward a little bit. I might as well just jump right on this. Coachella.
Oh yeah,
Since we're tying into the industry, the Coachella tickets have dropped. What is it? 40%?
40%.
Woo!
after Kanye West announced he would not be performing.
Damn. They
Yeah.
already having a rough fall because and now correct me if I'm wrong. Did Travis Scott get banned from this year's
well,
because
he
of
got
the
pulled
Astroworld?
from it because of Astroworld.
Because of the
and
Astroworld
that's
incident,
why
right.
Kanye was supposed to initially go with him.
Uh-huh.
But then he got pulled. But then Kanye was gonna stay with it. But sources say he pulled out because it was to focus on himself, because of everything with the social media with Kim and Pete and his kids.
Yeah, they didn't do something on his terms is what happened.
Yeah. And then they replaced him with The Weeknd and Swedish House Mafia. And then The Weeknd was threatening to pull out if he didn't get paid $8.5 million, which was as much as Kanye.
He wanted the same fees.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess The Weeknd can pull that off. He's a big enough artist, I say per
You
se.
think?
Per se, to be able to play, yeah, he's popular. A lot of people like his last album was good too. I liked his album. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it was very like melodic. Yeah, it had like a smooth tone to it. It was funny because he used Jim Carrey on his like, you know, they have like the little skits and the little talks in between the songs.
Yeah.
He had Jim Carrey doing this like radio voice, and it was super funny. You have to. I can't even describe it. You just have to like listen to it. Yeah, it's a good vibe though while driving.
Now, do you think ticket sales will go back up because of The Weeknd, or? 'Cause, you know, Kanye has such a following.
He does have a following.
So,
The Weeknd does too, though. I'm not saying it's Kanye, but The Weeknd does too. Well, I mean, they're gonna have to find some type of middle ground because people went specifically for Kanye. Specifically, yeah. So if they're not gonna see him, The Weeknd may be a good jump off, but he's not. He might not cater to that same audience. So I feel like they're gonna have to find some middle ground because they're gonna still need to get their money. I don't know. Maybe they raise it 50%. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to have to figure that situation out. I need to see who's going to Coachella to see if I want to make a visit.
I mean, they had some pretty good. I know the other headliners were Harry Styles and Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish should bring some numbers in.
Yeah, I kind of figured for.
And she does her thing. Was it last year or the year before where she was knocking out all them Grammys?
Yeah.
She came out swinging. At first, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even really know who she was like that. Like, I had heard a song. I was like, oh, I didn't even know she sang that. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Like, Billie, okay.
Okay, Billie with the, the little vocals. And her brother, too, you know?
Yeah.
Came out with their full house of Gucci suits on.
Full house. Now, you went to Coachella.
I did go to Coachella.
What kind of experience is it for somebody who's never been there?
Man, I got a little bit of a different experience because, like, there's obviously different levels of tickets.
Okay.
So, obviously, if you get the regular ticket, you can obviously still see all the shows, eat the food and everything. But I was fortunate enough to be able to get an artist pass. And I think if I went, I don't know if I could go without having that same experience.
Okay, gotcha.
Because the artist pass allows you to go into certain areas where other people can't go.
Okay.
So, I enjoyed it. The year I went was the year, I believe, who were some of the headliners? Bad Bunny was there. I didn't see him, but I know that's a popular one for some people.
He's very popular.
Ariana Grande was a big one,
Okay.
and I actually went to her show, and I'm not gonna say I wasn't impressed, but I just expected more, I guess, because she's such a big artist.
Yeah.
My favorite part of her performance was when NSYNC came out.
Oh, wow.
She brought NSYNC out. I was actually excited as fuck. I was like, hell yeah. Justin Timberlake wasn't there, but they did a little bye routine, so I was in the audience doing my thing. So yeah, there was them. Who else performed? Janelle Monáe, Donald Glover was probably my favorite performer of that year that I at least got to see.
Oh, that's a good one.
Experience-wise, though, Coachella's fun though. Like for a place to just go, be free, do your thing, watch an endless amount of shows.
Yeah.
It's definitely a dope experience. I encourage the people to try it at least once. Is it expensive? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
And who was a really good DJ that was there?
I forget his DJ name, but
DJ
Mr. Idris, DJ Driss, Idris Elba was there. Idris Elba. I didn't really get to speak with him, but I was in the booth right behind him though. Because my partner who hooked up the ticket, so I was able to kind of let him do his thing. People were rocking with Idris. Idris had the little EDM thing going on, and you would think he was doing a full-on concert. That whole bitch was packed wall to wall. That's another reason why I didn't want to go in the audience. I was like, it's too much.
It's too many people.
Yeah, Driz did his thing. Who else performed? Man, there was a lot of people that performed that year. So yeah, if you haven't gone to Coachella and you love music and all that type of stuff, it's definitely an experience. Make sure you save accordingly because them tickets I think started $500.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Yeah.
I looked.
God forbid, I don't even know what the artist pass costs or if you can even purchase. I don't know what this. Huh?
The breakdown of it.
You got the price on that? No quotes? No quotes?
I thought she had.
Have you guys ever been to the Hood Coachella?
No, but what's funny is that sound dope.
The Hood Coachella is South by Southwest.
Oh, South by Southwest
yeah.
in Austin, Texas?
I heard about that.
That's
It's
the Hood
good.
Coachella right there. That's the one you got to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where they got a lot of. I heard at first it was a lot of upcoming artists, and then it started getting big and big. Then they had bigger names perform. Now it's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You can get shot down there. You can see your favorite artist perform. It's amazing. Yeah, no,
It's pretty solid too, because it's not even just South by Southwest isn't just music now. You can go there and listen to music. You can go there and watch movie premieres. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I definitely got to make a trip.
I have to go there. Have you ever gone to any of them?
I've been to South by Southwest.
Okay.
I went with my little brother performed down there.
Mm.
I got a chance. It was weird because everyone's out on the street. So it's not like Coachella where everybody's kind of off into sections.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's out in the street just walking around.
wow.
So
Oh wow.
as we were walking, like we run into like NBA YoungBoy and his whole crew.
Yeah.
We take another couple feet. There's a whole other rap crew right here. So like literally everyone is just out on the street. And it's like city walk. It's just all rappers.
Oh, wow.
Got you.
Everyone's
That's
just
cool.
kind of
That's
mingling
crazy.
and bars set up where people are performing. So I thought it was pretty cool.
I definitely want to get there. There was a year one of my
Yeah.
boys' movies premiered down there, and I wanted to go so bad, but at the time financially I was unable. but now,
But now.
I'm in the game, baby. I'm in the game. Where are we going? Where are we traveling? I'm in
I
there.
have to do a little trip out there.
We should do a little tour. Like I still haven't hit Sundance yet. I want to hit Sundance.
Oh, that's fun.
Sundance Film Festival,
Yeah.
South by Southwest. I did Coachella. I'd be down to do it again if I had a group of fun people. I'd be down. I don't want to go to that bitch by myself, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, in a group, because we went with the group.
That'd
There
be
was like,
fun.
I want to say there was like 8 of us when I went. We got a nice house and everything. It was cool.
Oh wow. So now
So-
speaking of
Oh, VIP. Apparently, sources say VIP tickets for Coachella are around $12.50. So
You can go in right
$12.50 per
here.
ticket.
Patrice,
Yeah, just go on, jump on in.
come on, Patrice, jump on in. Cause you be like,
Oh yeah, you're not that again.
she don't, she's like, no.
we got a friendly face that you can only hear from the side wing.
From the side wing, side wing of things.
What's going on?
Hello.
Hey,
Got the homie
Hi.
Patrice in the house.
Hey.
How's everyone?
We doing good. How you doing?
Good. So no Coachella for you too.
Not this
Want
year.
this?
Not this year. It's so hard to like buy tickets
Yeah.
right now because it's like I know things are opening up, but it's like, is it fully there yet? Has everybody committed to the cause? Like the artists, everything. So I guess I've been playing the wait game. Now next year might be a different story.
Oh, we could, yeah.
You know, we might be able to venture out and do something.
Yeah, because they were showing the.
I should be rich and famous by then. So
Kanye's tickets started at $685, and then once he dropped out, it dropped down to like $300. That's why they were
Jesus.
saying that they really dropped in price.
That's insane.
I was like, wow.
It was funny is now I should go buy tickets because I mean like even though Kanye's
When it
dope,
dropped,
well
you're
no,
like,
because
"No,
Kanye's
I'm going
dope,
to
but
get that
I would
ticket
buy the tickets
for
just
the
to go for the
300?
show.
Yeah.
Because I mean Kanye, he one person. People like
Yeah.
Kanye is one person
'Cause they
out
have
of
a
the
group of
entire
people.
Coachella.
Yeah.
There's hella artists performing. Like
Yeah, I know people that were trying to unload their tickets for like half price because I'm guessing because they bought them for Kanye and then Kanye
Yeah.
dropped out.
apparently there was a 40% drop in sales,
was,
like
yeah.
40% on the price.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was crazy. And they said now that the Weeknd's on, he wants the same payment. Like I said, I said the Weeknd will do numbers. He's a
Yeah.
big artist. He just the people who are going to see Kanye are probably like, okay, the Weeknd. Some
Yeah.
you know, like,
It's a different type of.
it's a whole different
yeah.
vibe unless you're into both of them. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's one thing with
Who-
Coachella.
what artist would you pay any amount of money to see perform,
Dead or alive?
dead or alive?
Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson?
Yeah.
And Prince.
And Prince.
I got to see
Yeah.
Prince. I didn't pay nothing because I
I've
was a
seen
kid,
Prince,
but
it probably I still would want to see.
I like how
It
we're
would
on
be
the same
those-
page.
I
Michael
was gonna
Jackson.
say it would be
Definitely
those
Michael
two
Jackson,
because
too.
I never
Because
saw them.
Michael Jackson would sell at a $2,500 ticket easy. Like
Yeah.
the whole house would be sold out. Like
I'm not mad at that.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Michael Jackson would probably be my top choice.
Mhm.
Who would be a good follow up?
Now I saw his "This Is It" in Mandalay Bay, and it was crazy because when they did the part where he jumps out and it's like that hologram,
Oh yeah.
everybody went crazy. I mean, and can you just imagine? Now, would you go see a concert if it's a hologram?
Of Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
It can't be what Michael Jackson prices would be.
I was about to
Okay,
say
yeah.
I might
He-
do it, but
No, I would do it, but I'm not
like-
spending $2,500. I'll spend
Yeah.
like, 250. Like, we're going to take a couple, zero off of that,
Yeah.
get that. They're like, oh,
That'd
it's
be
just
kinda fun.
like Michael. It's like just like Michael.
I mean, it literally. I mean, when he came out and danced and sang, it
yeah,
was like.
but after the
wow.
show, could you run up and get his autograph though?
A hologram?
if an opportunity presented itself,
A hologram.
you can't. So that's why I can't. Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, Michael Jackson probably. What would be yours, Nick?
Sade.
Oh, shot.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's definitely a good
That's a
one.
solid choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going. If I can see any artist perform, I'm going with Sade. She's the only artist I've ever experienced. I've never skipped any of her songs
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
ever.
Wow.
So I would love to see her. And she doesn't travel, so she rarely ever
Yeah.
comes to the States.
Mm.
So I would love to see her perform live. That'd be pretty
My
cool.
my parents, you went to her concert when she came to Phoenix.
Oh, that's
They
amazing.
loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I heard she doesn't travel
She
at all,
doesn't-
so it's tough to
no.
get her to get anywhere outside of her
doesn't
Yeah,
hometown.
she doesn't. No.
Where's her hometown again?
She's in.
She's overseas somewhere.
isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, South America. No, not South America. I think she's in South Africa now, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know where
she
she
might
is,
be
but
in
she
Africa.
doesn't travel to
Chilling.
these states at all.
Yeah.
Like, she's only been here, I think, twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
Something
Hey,
like that,
y'all
so.
trying to make
'Cause when
that?
her concert
We
comes,
can make that
sold
Africa
out.
push. I've been trying to get over there anyways. Like
Yeah, I would love to see Sade.
they be like, "Shada's performing in South Africa. We should just go as a
We would
group.
go as a group.
We can bring all the we can bring the mics.
everything.
We podcast right outside the event. Like,
Nice.
yeah, we got
Nick
shot.
would be
We
full-
got
doing
Sade
full
in the
interviews
background,
with her.
right?
I'll be lost in the sauce, man. Singing and shit, light her up and shit.
Right.
You'd be like-
Yeah, I'll
Full
be lost in the
full
sauce.
length interviews.
Yeah.
So Alicia, Michael Jackson is yours, or did you have another one?
I said Prince.
Oh, Prince.
Prince,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
MJ, of course.
I already-
Prince,
like I said, I
yeah.
saw
Will
Prince.
says he saw Prince.
I
'cause
saw
Yeah.
Prince, but I would
I've
go see
seen
him again for
Prince,
sure.
Oh, yeah.
I've
But
seen
yeah,
Prince
when it
too.
comes to money, like Michael Jackson's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I was thinking of someone I hadn't seen, and so yeah, it would
Like
be
somebody who's
Michael
gone.
Michael Jackson or Prince. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, there's like I can't think of anybody right now that I would pay any amount
Like yeah,
of money
any
to
amount.
see.
Like I just spend any money. Like New Edition's a group I just saw them. And I barely spent.
But I did drop
Yeah.
a pretty penny on Silk Sonic. I'm going to Vegas next month to see them.
Hey, let's go,
so,
Silk Sonic, Bruno, and
Okay.
Anderson .Paak.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that's went that I know that's gone
Mhm.
already has said that it's a great show.
Anything that Bruno
And I
Mars is
know-
involved in, I'm with.
And I know it's gonna be a vibe because it's,
Yeah.
it's like no phones, so there's not gonna be people in there.
Oh, there's no
record-
phones?
No phones.
phones.
That's crazy.
No phones allowed.
That's a good one.
You have to
Yeah.
watch the show.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's gonna be
Put
good.
the kids to
yeah.
bed.
And then you said you just saw New Edition.
New Edition, Jodeci, and Charlie Wilson.
Yeah, I'm going to see.
That was solid. New Edition is one of those groups. Like I wouldn't say I'd pay a crazy amount, but I would pay to see, and I did. But
I know they're doing. It's gonna be. They're gonna be at Essence with Janet, but they're doing a show.
where's
And
your
so I'm
hometown
going to
at?
that. Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, so they're gonna be there with Janet Jackson
Oh,
on the
That's gonna be a
7th.
good one.
So that's
the
gonna
7th
be
of
fun.
May. Oh yeah, I'll be
Oh,
out of
okay.
town.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
crazy. So we got Janet Jackson and New Edition.
Janet Jackson
That's
and
a
New
good
Edition.
That's solid.
That's a good
I
one.
would go see that. Would
Well,
y'all, would y'all
I'm
pay?
going
Would
to
y'all
see-
pay to see Janet?
Who- I've already seen it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Times,
not
yeah.
I've seen her.
Any
Not
amount though?
not any
I
amount.
was like, any amount though.
I think
But
in
I mean,
Vegas,
I
I
would
paid
pay.
200.
Yeah,
I would
I'll
pay.
pay. I'll pay to see
Vegas.
Janet. Yeah.
Mhm. That's a good
What
one.
about Beyonce? Y'all wouldn't put up like top dollar for Beyonce?
No.
I feel like
I
hilarious.
I mean, I like her.
What's
Don't
funny
get
is
me
like
wrong,
no,
I like her,
Beyonce
but
is great, but I feel
I
like
don't know.
when it comes to like music like that, it's usually like something you had like a certain experience with.
Yeah.
Cause like Beyonce, she's I guess she's not a new artist,
Yeah.
but she's like newer in terms of like the people we grew up on. Like
Mhm.
bringing like New Edition is something I grew up on. I want to hear them because of all the
Yeah.
experiences I had when I was younger. Same thing with Michael Jackson. I heard all his stuff when I was young.
Mhm.
So it's like there's just certain experiences and certain things I've watched him do where I'm like, I will go to see him wherever he's at.
Yeah.
So I would say, I don't know whether I could say any amount, but like if it was something like huge and big, like like she did Coachella again, like where I know she's gonna do something like on a large scale that really won't travel, and it's like a once in a lifetime thing to see.
Yeah.
Like I would want to see that.
Yeah. Like
But
Coachella.
I've seen her in concert a few times, and so I'm not really itching to go back.
Gotcha.
Does that
Is
make
it
sense?
as in
makes
like
sense.
it wasn't that good or
No.
just
No,
Like,
it was
dope, but you
phenomenal.
did it.
Like okay, so
yeah.
when she did the B-Day tour,
Okay.
I wasn't a fan
Mm.
of hers. I wasn't a hater. I just wasn't a fan.
Just Beyonce just wasn't like, y'all, this is my artist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got you.
And Robin Thicke was opening up for her.
Ooh, I've
Okay.
seen him.
And
He's
so
good.
I wanted to see Robin Thicke. So I was like, I'm gonna buy a ticket to this Beyonce concert
I'm gonna talk about him in a
so I
second.
can see Robin Thicke. And I went. Robin Thicke opened. I enjoyed him. He was great. And then Beyonce came on and did her performance, and I became a fan. Like
Gotcha.
her live show was just great. I mean,
She's
she leaves
amazing.
it all out there.
She's an amazing performer.
She's an
Yeah.
amazing performer. And so me saying that I don't want to go see, or I'm not itching to see her, is not trying to take away from that.
Gotcha.
It's just not. I'm just not. It's not something I have to see.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
Especially right now, since there's nothing new out, really.
Yeah, I got you. Like, oh, it's gonna you perform the same songs. Okay, she might throw a little something in there though.
Yeah.
So you said you also saw Robin Thicke.
I like him. He's
I can imagine why him and Paula Patton left. Did you guys see her cooking video recently?
I knew you was gonna. You didn't see that?
Yo,
I saw it.
bruh.
I didn't watch
Okay.
the video. I heard about it.
Patrice,
This chicken.
as somebody who cooks,
Oh my god.
she went in. She said, "I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to make good fried chicken."
Yeah. It
So,
was her mom's recipe.
her
Now,
mom's
keep in mind, her mom, not her dad. Her mom.
Her mom white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell by the structure of how it was made.
Let's see.
Because like
Describe it.
I mean like for me, everybody does their stuff different.
Yeah.
Like but for me, I usually put some seasoning on the chicken, and I also season the batter that I'm about to put it in to give it that nice little flair before I
Flavor.
stick it in the oil or grease, whatever you want to per se. And she decided she put whatever oil she did on the chicken,
Yeah.
and then she had the thing running, and then she put some stuff in the flour. Had not seasoned it yet.
Yeah.
She seasoned nothing.
No.
She put the chicken in there, let it do it. And she was putting the seasoning on while it was cooking in the grease.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay.
Uh,
She was popping it. I was like, so it didn't have no marinade. It didn't like flow. I was
like
like,
nothing. She was all seasoning.
I was like, the
on
seasoning, it could
oil.
easily like flood away in the grease. I don't know. Just you have to watch the video to see what I'm talking about. But it's just her process was like,
Like,
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw of it and like all the comments about it, it definitely looked questionable.
but
It
it
was.
wasn't even the fact like, I mean, if you can't, I'm not gonna say she can't cook, I guess. But like, if you're not really like the cooking type, it was the confidence for me. The confidence that this was like the best thing that she was about to make.
And
It
then
almost
she
made
ate
it.
afterwards,
It almost
too.
made it seem comedic.
Yeah.
Right, but
Like
it's,
if like,
but also, wow. I mean, I would just say that did anybody come after that other than just seeing the method and be like, I've had her chicken and it was terrible.
no.
Like,
No.
I mean,
she
it
gave
could have
it-
No,
came
I'm just
good.
saying.
I'm just
She
going
made it-
by
No,
I get
traditional.
it.
Yeah.
Sounds
I get
cool.
it. So, I mean, that's probably where the
She shoulda-
confidence has come from. Nobody
Right.
has said it was trash. So, I mean,
She
so
should-
she
well,
feels like
so
it's
she-
good.
So
I
she's
mean,
used
she
to no
ate it
seasoning. She's
afterwards,
used to
yeah.
no seasoning.
And
so
maybe,
that's okay.
maybe that's
Yeah.
what she's used to, and that's what the people that she cooks for is used to.
Well, she said she made it for her son's school for her son.
Mhm.
So nobody. And then she
She
came out
did
with,
she get invited back to the PTA cookouts?
Probably. Now, did you see the post that she did afterwards?
No.
Where she was like, okay, guys. And then that's what she's like explaining that it was her mom's recipe and that's how she
You put your mom on blast too? Her mom was
And-
probably like, that's what I
But then
do.
it's
Like,
when you see her talk and tell you like, hey guys, thank you for your feedback. It's like you can't be mad or you can't be
I was like, she
'cause
was,
she's
yeah,
so
I
sweet
watched
and,
that
was so
video,
nice.
about it, like,
and I was like, she was,
so,
she actually, it was so random. So it was my birthday, probably like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
uh-huh.
And I was kicking it out, whatever, and there was this hookah bar that opens up late downtown. I pulled up down there, and Paula Patton actually walked in there. I was like, oh, shit. It was so random. It was like a random place for her to be. Like, it was just a random-ass hookah bar. Like, and she was just in there, like, walking around. She, like, walked up to the DJ booth. She kind of had that, like, I know who I am attitude. Not, like, in a bad way. But, like, she could just do whatever and then just walked out. I was like, that's random. But, yeah, I mean, she may not be able to cook that good. She do look good, though.
I ran into her at
Paula
some
Patton.
award show that Nick Cannon was hosting like years ago when she was married to Robin Thicke, and I was in the restroom and I
Before
turned
you
around.
experienced the cooking?
She walks in to the restroom and with her dress, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful.
No, yeah, Paula Patton.
She was
yeah.
nice too.
She seemed, yeah, she was nice.
Yeah,
She was nice. Her just cooking abilities is,
but I don't know about that.
Gotta be able to cook, y'all. Can't go out like that, man.
you can't get away from it.
That video was pretty bad. I just watched it. It's pretty bad.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I told you.
didn't even know about that.
If you can't cook chicken, that's a deal breaker.
And did you see the end when she ate it like, ooh?
And it was the confidence. The way she went about it was just
She
like,
went about like you put
And you know how
your
you know it's
fingers in it,
nasty?
turn it.
I've never seen someone bite one piece of chicken wing and put it down. Never seen it.
Usually it
before.
sits. Like you take a
You
bite.
bite it, you bite another
chew.
piece.
Right.
Yeah.
You damn near clean the bone, then you set it down.
She probably
Yeah.
took a bite and she was like, I have to go along with this.
Yeah, that's not good, Paula.
And she's all nice about it too.
That's what I said. It was the confidence for me. She was excited. This is my mom's recipe.
My
I did
mama's
this.
recipe.
Damn.
Messed up your mama's chicken, Paula.
Damn, Paula.
Yeah.
Maybe she. Hey, what if she enhanced it?
Has anybody ever dated someone who couldn't cook?
Who just couldn't cook?
Yeah, just messed it up.
No.
think so. I don't
Because I
think
don't think we would have got. Well, you have to define like dating, like early stage dating, or like we've been together.
I dated a
Yeah.
chick, and I don't know why she had never cooked for me at this point,
Uh-huh.
but I think it was like a Valentine's Day or something, and she made steak, and that shit was pink.
Ew.
And I was just looking at it like, what the? It was
How
damn
pink,
near
though?
raw, damn near.
Oh, okay.
I grew up.
Raw
in a-
meat is one thing.
I grew up.
Yeah.
I can't eat. I'm not eating. What they call that? Rare.
Rare.
I'm not. No.
Because I like,
Oh,
as I
yeah,
like
like
medium
rare.
rare. I don't
Nah.
mind like a medium.
Well
I
done.
typically do
Well
medium
done,
now.
Yep.
Burn my
Well
shit.
done.
Yeah. Burn it.
Well done.
I mean, then that's something you tell them.
Yeah.
But if I'm cooking somebody, I mean, I guess I would have to. I would ask you,
Right.
but I'm not cooking a steak for myself. That's well done. Absolutely not.
No, not for myself.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go medium
Absolutely
or
not.
medium rare
No.
to that realm. If somebody else makes it and they're not a chef, I probably would ask for well just so I can be alive.
Yeah. Something like that. No.
But yeah.
Speaking of food, Patrice.
Yes.
When we gonna cook again?
Oh yeah, when we're doing that barbecue, what's up? We gonna-
Mac and cheese.
Patrice actually cooked at my spot not too long ago.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. She came through with it.
came through.
So I was
Whenever you're back in
going
town.
to like. So I was going to maybe do something on the 1st, which is a
Of?
day, May.
Oh, that works. I leave on the 3rd. Yeah.
But it just depends on, like, it depends on how the next 2 weeks go, because work is crazy.
I was about to say
Or when you
in
come
terms of
back.
time, or you need me to put,
when you come back.
I'll
No,
buy
in
I'll buy
term-
the food.
In terms of,
Like,
in terms of time. But then I was thinking,
I'll buy the food. If you
But
put it
then I
down,
was-
I'm with that. Like,
but then I was thinking about why not just wait until Memorial Day weekend. But
yeah, that's a nice 3.5 weeks to wait. But yeah.
well, I mean, so we can talk
July
about we
4th.
can talk about we can
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about the
figure it
Yeah,
out.
we
first.
can talk about that.
Figure out.
Because we're going to post all the cooking. We're going to post all the videos of us eating it.
That was so good.
Just so you guys can watch the
No
flavor.
pressure.
No pressure.
Oh.
pressure. No pressure.
Y'all just
Patrice
gonna
again.
watch the flavor.
No
I am.
pressure on you.
So sometime between the 1st and Memorial Day, you guys heard it first.
We gonna have food.
We're gonna have food from Patrice. Let it be known.
What's your go-to meal? You have to win a competition.
Ooh.
Okay, so like that's
so
hard because I
That's
don't.
tough. That's
It's
tough.
really tough. Not, and this is not because I'm arrogant and think that I just cook everything so well. It's just that, I mean, I cook food and people like it.
You do.
Yes.
We over here fiending. I'm on air right now. Like, what it do though? Where that mac and cheese at? What's
so
up?
I would
Yeah.
have. I guess I would just go with the mac and cheese
Yeah.
because they rave about the mac and cheese. So,
The mac and cheese is
Very
solid.
Very good. Very good.
but I was
The
like,
meats are good too. You do
Yeah,
you do
you
solid
do
game with the
meats
meats, greens. You know.
I remember the day
Yeah.
that I had the Friendsgiving,
Mhm.
I was like, and I did all of that. I was pretty proud of myself because that was the first time I did dressing from scratch, and
Yeah.
but I'd done everything else at home with my mom. But that was the first time that I had done that, and the first time I cooked the whole turkey by myself. I was
Ooh.
like,
Ooh.
but
It was solid though.
but it was
That's good.
good.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hire. I'm
So
gonna
you have a
hire.
few go-tos.
I'm gonna go to like every family member and friend that I know cooks a certain dish, and I'm just gonna invite them out here just to make that dish for an event.
Like, so have an event and be like,
Be like, yeah, I'll be like, my mom gonna come out here for this, my uncle gonna come for this, you gonna come for this. This like,
Everybody.
and everybody's gonna make those dishes so I can complete my plate the proper way.
Nice.
Will, do you have a go-to dish that you can cook?
That I like to cook. I think just something that's like not, I guess, typical would be like I think I mentioned it before would be I do like a sweet potato hash.
I've seen
Huh?
the sweet potato
So
hash.
like that's
looks
that's
good.
something that I like to make because it's like somewhat healthy and it's So.
So I wouldn't say this is I don't know if it would win any competitions, but my favorite thing to make is chili. But I don't
Chili's
really
fire.
do it out here because it don't get cold enough for me to make chili.
Make chili. Oh yeah, because you gotta make a nice
We'll
little pot.
remember that during the winter season. We'll be like,
There ain't no winter in LA. What
I
you
mean, but that's
mean?
what I mean. Like, I'm talking
Oh
below
my gosh,
freezing
y'all!
temperatures.
It's 75 degrees outside. It's freezing. Like,
winter season again.
But
Right.
yeah, like chili is like when it's for you snowed in.
I can
we'll
tell.
go to
I can
Nina.
make. I
You
can make
go-
chicken
you
too.
go-
I can make chicken a lot better than Paula Patton. I'll tell you that.
You gonna make
Like,
you gonna be in the house for a couple days,
We gonna
make a
go to
pot of
Big Bear.
chili.
yeah.
Be like Patrice.
So-
Actually, I'm being Big Bear next week.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'll be Big Bear next weekend
Oh,
for the first time. I've never gone, so
oh, nice.
Are you gonna ski or anything? Or you just going?
I don't know. It's summertime or in the spring, so if you can do any of that, I will.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I don't.
winter, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going honestly. With some family. Yeah.
Cause they got cabins up there.
Yeah,
and
that's what they're
stuff.
doing. I believe
Right.
Kim's sister, they got like a space or something like that. I don't know if it's through their timeshare. But so I think we're gonna just head out there for the weekend to check that out. I've never gone, so I said I'm down for it. Let's go.
That's pretty cool.
So whatever comes of it, it should be fun.
Have you ever been skiing? Anybody ever been skiing?
I've wanted to go snowboarding for the longest.
You
That's
never
all
been,
good.
have you ever
I've
been on the
been.
snow?
I've been in snow. I mean, like I'm from Washington. We have snow up there,
Okay.
Yeah.
so I know what it's like to be in the snow. And I've done like the sledding, and I've done like
Like
the
I've
fake
done
I've done the
tubing
sledding
and
and the
stuff.
snowboarding,
but,
and I've done inner tubing
but I
and all
haven't
that.
done
But I've
skiing.
never like snowboarding is the one I want because I was a big fan of like X Games growing up. Like I used to do
Yeah.
inline skates. I used to watch the Tony Hawks. I played Cool Boarders on PS2. Throwing it back. But I've always wanted to snowboard and just haven't got there. So I might have to make that happen maybe this year. Just do it.
Yeah,
Bust
nigga,
my-
I've been snowboarding before. It's you know.
Well, snowboard you got to steer with the back.
snowboarded?
Snowboard you got to steer with the back
Nick?
leg.
Yeah,
too,
I can snowboard pretty well. I just can't stop. So, I mean I can stop. I don't know how to stop. So I don't know how to like turn my body
Aren't
to
you supposed
slide.
'cause
Yeah.
aren't you supposed to, like,
I couldn't do it, so I came up with my own technique where I know how to slow down enough to fall. So that's how I stop
yeah.
now. I just slow down enough and I kind of tilt back and then just hit the
Just
ground.
let it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Anybody ever been skiing before?
No.
No.
I would do that too. I mean,
never did
snowboarding is the one I said I wanted to do, but I would ski or snowboard.
Yeah, I
When I
gotta
was
get
younger,
out
there was
there,
like this
man.
like thing about it. It was like, oh, if you ski, you're prestigious.
I mean, the gear is nice.
Right, the gear is nice.
The gear is nice.
It's like you going skiing? Nah, brother. I just came for the jacket and the
know,
pants.
but
Like,
Jacket?
I can see
jacket is fire though.
That is true. That's funny. as
yeah,
hell,
the
but
ski
that
outfits
is
be
true.
lit.
with the outfit.
Does anybody do any extreme sports?
No.
I used,
Paintball, dirt biking, anything?
I used to
I've
do
done
inline. I used to do
paintball.
inline skating,
What the fuck is that?
like skating, or like rollerblading. But like literally like on ramps and stuff. Like I used to do like half pipes, quarter pipes.
Oh, I know
runs.
what you're talking about.
I used to do
Okay.
all that shit. Yeah.
Oh wow, that was intense, right?
Because
there.
I used to watch. I don't know if y'all have seen that movie on Disney, Brink.
Yes.
I remember that movie.
Brink,
that's
yeah.
so
I used
good.
to be like on that movie. So me and my cousin, we had our skates, and we
Uh-huh.
would always be rolling around the neighborhood. And then we finally found the skate park we could go to when we could get there, when our parents would take us. But
Oh wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
busted my ass a few times, but I did some cool shit at the same time.
Did you ever do paintball? I did paintball.
I haven't done paintball. What's funny is I got shot by a paintball, and I wasn't even paintballing.
Those
It was the worst.
fuckers,
That was the
they-
worst shit ever. Like I had
they
an
get
outfit on.
you.
Like I just happened to be like apparently in a paintball zone or where some people were doing. It wasn't even like a paintball place.
Uh-huh.
And one of the dudes shot one and it hit me in the back of my arm, like in my tricep. That motherfucker stang so
Yeah, I
hard.
know. Those hurt.
Yeah. They were like,
I
my
was
bad, my bad, my. I was like, my bad. I got a welt. Like,
I got
What do
hit in
you
the
mean?
butt,
Like,
and
I
was
got-
like, "Ah,
yeah, that shit hurt.
hurt."
If you don't got gear on for that, like,
hurt.
The first time I got shot, my dad, I don't know why he bought me and my brother paintball guns.
Uh-huh.
Horrible idea.
sound like a wrestler.
So we're just sitting at the house, but we're typical boys, and we're trying to see if it hurts or not.
Yeah.
So my brother's like, all right, you go first. I shoot you, then you shoot me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So I go put a FUBU bubble jacket on.
Fubu.
Cause I'm thinking this is
Right.
Love
the thickest thing I got. It's gonna protect me. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like pumping this shit up. He pointing at me. I start getting nervous. So I changed my mind. I'm like, nah, forget it. I don't want to do it no more. He's like, nah, you already said you're gonna do it. So as he getting to the last pump, I try to take the jacket off and run. Cause I'm thinking if I don't find a jacket on, he ain't gonna shoot me if I ain't got no shirt on.
Yeah.
Right.
So I take the jacket off and I take off running, and I could just hear that boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
And you would have thought I was like an army movie. He shot damn near the whole house up trying to shoot me
You
with
fell
the
in
paint.
slow
Right.
motion.
What? I got shot like 6 times in the back. I was
Right.
like, oh, it was crazy.
Nick went down like Ricky.
That's exactly what it felt like as a kid. Because the hallway was probably like 4 feet, but it felt
Yeah.
like it was just so far away. And I remember turning, the jacket falling in slow motion, and I just seen paintballs flying by me.
Man, that should be funny to watch in slow motion.
You guys should definitely go paintball shooting. Though, if you guys go
That would be
to
fun.
one
If
of
we
the,
can find a good
We could do
spot.
another one, yeah.
if you go to one of the places where they have the teams and all that, it's
Uh-huh.
fun. It's real fun. You'll have a good time.
Okay.
It's real fun.
I'm
Wow,
down. Like
against the team.
laser tag seems like a lot safer, more safe, I should say. But
Nah, that's
I'm down.
boring.
I'm down to do
I've
some
done laser
paintballing.
tag
Yeah.
Too, but that's,
Nah, you
that's
want to
a
shoot
different
somebody, man. Airsoft guns are pretty violent.
thing. Yeah.
Because usually the people who do airsoft guns are like ex-military.
That's what I'm saying. And they be
Yeah.
coming in there with military tactics. It's like you
Yeah.
can't go against a team like that.
Yeah, they'd be too.
Yeah.
This is guy. He has a YouTube channel. He literally snipes people at the airsoft arenas, and like everyone hates him. They go to compete
Yeah,
because he just
I
sits in a bush
imagine.
somewhere and just shoots people for like the whole day. So
That's fun for
Yeah,
him.
we should definitely do that.
Because I be hearing about that. Like, there's a couple guys at my job that are like former Marines, and they say they take their
Uh-huh.
kids paintballing, but they be showing them like the Marine or like Navy tactics and stuff. These
Dang.
guys really be in there like holding the guns, like they really, about to pop off.
yeah,
Fuck around and have
serious.
PTSD and really light your
I
ass
know.
up. like,
Y'all, it's all
why'd you
shooting
shoot me? Why'd you unload on me?
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
my bad, y'all. It's just it's me and the enemy. It's me and the enemy.
enemy.
Like people be going through the modes, man.
That's really how intense that stuff is. Too.
No,
Yeah,
for
we're
real,
joking
like,
about
it's
it, but
like-
it's really intense.
That would be, oh man, that would be funny.
What about dirt biking? Anybody ever been dirt biking?
I haven't. I would. I don't know about them ramps, but I would definitely go dirt biking.
You like motocross, like those kind of ramps?
ATVs?
Yeah.
Like the
No,
full-
I mean like you ever seen a motocross ramp?
Yeah,
What
I've seen
the-
those.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
Yeah, I
that.
can't judge. Like I would be too like I feel like I would get the miles per hour off and just miss. Like I just don't. I can't afford that.
Y'all, ooh.
like I don't even know how you practice that. It's like if you go 30 miles per hour, you're gonna land at this point.
Yeah.
Like how you detect that in the air? Like
Like, how do you know?
Anybody bungee jumping, skydiving?
I
ain't bungee-
I have
doing nothing
not,
with no
but
rubber- I ain't doing nothing with no rubber band
but
on
I
it.
want-
Like,
But I want to. I'm inspired by my cousin. My cousin is
Bungee
like
or
a thrill
skydiving?
skip. Both. She's done both.
that's insane.
And she's she's my younger cousin.
Uh-huh.
She makes
Her grandmother is my mother's younger sister,
Mm.
and she has roped her grandmother into doing all this stuff with her too. It's like there's like a video of them skydiving together. I don't
fun.
think
Not the grandma.
I don't think she bungee jumped, but yeah, like I remember we all went parasailing once. Like that's the most I've done.
I would do
but,
parasailing.
But when I saw them skydive, I was like, yeah, I think I might want to try that. I don't know.
cousins do
I
it.
don't
This
know
is
about
fun.
bungee jumping.
Skydive.
But I definitely
I would be
would
more
wanna try
likely to
skydive.
skydive than bungee jump, but I still am not there yet.
I did the
Yeah.
swing. It's like the half bungee.
Oh yeah.
At one of the theme parks where you
Yeah, you
let
know-
go with
Oh, like the
somebody else.
slingshot?
It was me and my
Oh yeah, they
friend.
did that together.
the
There's a
little
video
slingshot?
of them
Yeah.
It was
in
me
that
and my
little
friend, and you had to
slingshot
let go.
thing.
Like that one
they
that
did
DMX
that.
did. Did you guys see the video of DMX doing the slingshot?
It's fun.
Yeah.
What? What?
So they've done that. So they're
Fun.
like thrill seekers. So
I'm a thrill seeker, but like roller coasters, that type of stuff. Anything that involves open air and bungee cords or rubber bands, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
It
it's
was pretty
definitely.
fun.
people
I
don't
mean-
get get that measurement right.
I
You
don't know
know.
about bungee. I probably wouldn't do that. I might skydive.
I was
maybe.
gonna say
I would
bungee,
consider
like
that.
bungee is just like especially like if you're doing it off a cliff or something. I'm like just
Yeah.
so glad I'd like
Snap.
bounce back and like hit a rock or something. You know what I mean? Like that.
I would have to bounce back up because somewhere
you
halfway
snap?
down, my soul would be just chilling, and I would have to bounce back up and get that whole back in my body. Like,
But no, it's.
Yeah, that'd be too
But-
much.
But you all talked about. I know you said dirt biking, and then you said ATVs or whatever.
I might be doing ATVs in a couple weeks.
They're fun.
ATVs, so
Because this was one of the things, I don't know whether it's available in Jamaica, but it was one of the things that I thought about doing when I go to Jamaica. But
when you go to Jamaica again?
not until December.
Damn, I might have to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe November.
Mhm.
If anybody that I work with is listening, it's November.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm all like,
And he's on live.
it's all good.
You guys didn't hear
I don't think your
that.
boss is in here.
I was going to say, I was like,
And if
if
they
anybody
are,
I work with,
hire me.
Oh yeah, I need you to.
I need representation.
But my one of my high school friends, her family owned a farm in the country, like big farm, like whole lot of land, and they owned like 4 ATVs, and she would go spend time in the country and come back and talk about 4-wheeling all the time. So I know it's different in the country and different on the range, but it looked like fun. I never, I never went because I don't think her grandparents would have liked me. I'm just saying. I don't know that for a fact. I got you. But I don't think they would have.
I get where this is going.
I get you.
I dated someone in that situation, and I learned the hard way.
But yeah, so that's why I think I never spent time down there. But
right.
Yeah.
If anybody asks, they'd be like, "Hey, you had a complex with dating white women or something?" I'm like, "No, I had an experience that I just won't want to deal with it again." And this was like young too. I was like in middle school. I was talking to this girl. In middle school, you just be dating whoever like you. Like you just be like, "Oh yeah, she's cute, cool." And I think I remember one time, like, you know how you walk your friend from home. Her mom's always nice. The dad was calling me names. Uncle, like I would hear in the background, you still talking to that nigga, like stuff like. I'm
real?
like, yes, and I was like,
in middle school.
in middle school. And now looking back, there's a little funny element to it. So her dad obviously is a racist prick. But the one time that I actually went by, I met her. My mom was nice as shit. I was like, how's she dating this racist dude? But she answered the door. She's like, hey, da-da-da-da, talking to me. And then I see the dad walk by. That nigga was short as hell. Like midget-like. No, excuse me if I can use that friend. He was a little person. But back then he was a midget. And fuck it, he's a midget. He called me a nigga. He's a midget.
Right.
Like, he can catch all these hands. No.
I'm not. You gonna have that. You can have that one.
Right. So I was gonna be like, yeah, he just looking back, I'm like, that was a funny situation.
Real talk.
Like,
her mom was probably cool because y'all were in middle school.
all right.
Yeah.
Like if it was college and y'all was serious and you know
Right,
all
right.
of that,
Yeah.
she probably would
So
have
you
been.
guys are thinking about kids?
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
we're young,
Yeah.
so that's probably why.
Otherwise,
I can't say that
don't.
relationship lasted super long, but that's just an experience I had. But that sticks with you though. It's like,
No, it does.
like, I'd rather not. Like, and it's no offense. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
I feel that though. I've been in that situation.
Yeah, like you just don't want to deal with that. It's like, because you can meet somebody cool. Like, I mean, and I have nothing against dating outside of race. My fiance is Mexican. I'm black. That's but it's like just certain things. But that's also like we still both ethnic. Like, it gets tricky. It gets tricky. Yeah, especially like in different regions too. Like you said, like you don't know if they would have liked you.
I mean, just based on where they're from, like, and I mean, and just stories she's, told me about the area.
Because Louisville is
pretty
like,
sure.
what is that,
Louisville-
like Midwest South kind of?
Yeah, Midwestern Southern. I call it
okay.
that. That's
It's like
what
that
I call
midpoint,
it.
yeah.
I mean, because I think,
Racism is still open.
I was about to say the Mason-Dixon line went right through Kentucky.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so you're like borderline.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Who was the show when he was like, I'm from the South, and he said Kentucky?
I can't remember.
I forgot who that was, but we were like, that ain't the South. But then I was like, but it is borderline.
Yeah. It's
I was like,
borderline.
what city?
Yeah, I mean, because
On the border.
What it do, right?
Kentucky has a lot of, because there's, people in the mountains,
Yeah.
coal miners and stuff like that. And there's, metropolitan areas. There's Louisville and Lexington.
All
And then
right.
you got the country.
They have a theme park called Kings Island.
No, that's in Ohio, outside of Cincinnati.
Oh, why did I think that was Kentucky? I thought it was an island.
Because it's Cincinnati is right across the river, like on the
From
border.
Louisville?
No, not from Louisville, from Kentucky, from northern Kentucky.
Oh, got you.
From
Okay.
northern Kentucky. Gosh, I can't think of what the city is up there. there. But yeah, so it's about 20 miles outside of Cincinnati. It's fun though.
Okay.
I used to go. I mean,
I'm a
used
theme
to
park
be,
person. That's why I asked. Because I know they got one called Cedar Point I haven't done yet.
Yeah, Louisville has this Kentucky Kingdom, and it was pretty fun. It was Six Flags for a while, and then
They got bought out.
Six Flags was like, nah.
Six Flags is like, nah.
Oh man.
We're going to take our services elsewhere. Not enough coasters for us.
But yeah, but that's what the concert is for, the Kentucky Derby. That's always the first Saturday in May. So the concert is gonna be the night after.
Have you been to
after
the Kentucky
Rivers.
Derby? Or?
I have.
How'd you like it?
Nice.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's fun. People get dressed up. They wear the hats. It's a lot of drinking, a lot of gambling.
Nice.
I mean, it's fun to just go to the track though, like on a regular day, on a regular day.
Oh, okay.
Like, cause my sorority, we do actually an event. The day at the races, and it's always a popular event, sells out, and so
And
people
what sorority
like
is that?
Oh, it's Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Crimson and cream. Like, love to see it.
But yeah, like I said, our event is actually that next Saturday. The alumni chapter is on. I don't know whether I'm gonna go though.
Hey,
It just depends on visiting with family and stuff like that.
that's hard
So
finding that balance when you go home. I feel like every time you go home and you live in a different place, like if you live in LA, it's like you're trying to scramble so much stuff into one trip. If you got 3 days, you're literally trying, I'm going to see everybody. I'm going to kick it with the family. I'm going to eat. I'm going to go to all my food spots. And they'd be like, 3 days, though? Like, you can do all this in 3 days?
I mean,
Like,
I'm gonna be home for a week and a half, but it still feels like
Yeah.
a lot because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I'm still gonna be working for a little bit because
Right.
I can
'cause
work
I've been-
remotely.
Because even when I go home now, I can't say I've been to my hometown in like a long time. Even since I've been here, because my mom doesn't even live there anymore, so there's no reason unless I'm visiting like old friends. I just don't go down there, like. Because when you get off, like how Seattle is set up, you got Seattle and Tacoma. I'm from Tacoma. But when you get out, you're like in the midway point. Now my mom lives like right there, but near where the airport is. So I either go north to Seattle, or that's where I'm at. I don't normally go to Tacoma anymore, unless I'm going to get some food from a very specific one or two
Dick's?
places.
Was it Dick's?
Stupid. Dick's is actually in Seattle, but Frisco
my bad.
Freeze is in Tacoma. Frisco Freeze is the good one, yeah. But they're both
Oh
good.
yeah, but you just
Nick,
wasn't
you
here
born
for
and
Dick's.
raised in LA? No. Yeah.
48th and 7th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lamert Park, legend over there, man. That's where I
Yeah.
was born and raised at. But my family's from Virginia.
What part of Virginia?
From Bad News, Virginia. Newport News.
Newport News.
Newport
My dad lives in
News.
Newport News. I used to spend my
Okay.
summers there.
Yeah, me too. I used to go out there all the time.
Yeah.
Virginia and South Carolina is where my family's from.
That's funny, man. When you say Bad News, I was like, Newport News?
Yeah,
I
only
used
if you're
to-
from that area, you know it's called Bad News.
Because it was
Virginia.
crazy. It's like, so my dad, he used to work for Boeing, and then he got, obviously, they laid him off, and now he works for Newport News Shipbuilding. So they have all this, like, naval base and, like, aircraft carriers and stuff. He lives near the shipyard. But, like, and everything is it's decent right there. And then you go over this, like, little overpass, whole game change. Because I used to get my hair braided over there, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is this is it. Because you got to think, it's Michael Vick, Allen Iverson. Those are products of those type of places.
yeah.
And just think about how they are as people.
Yeah.
So, question for you, Nick. Since you, would visit out family out there, is there anything that you remember from your time out there that you like about out there that you can't get, that you don't have here in LA?
From Virginia?
I like how slow it was, right? Like, I know a lot of people from the city complain about the slow pace, but I think it gives you time to enjoy basic things, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like living in California, I mean, you can ask somebody. I know people that live in Los Angeles never been to the beach.
Right.
That's
Wow.
crazy to think about that.
That's
Like,
And
really
there's so
crazy.
many of them.
like it's literally
Everywhere.
2-3 miles from
yeah.
you, like no matter
Right.
where you at.
Right.
So,
Restaurant and just
but I
Yeah,
think
in LA, like 20 minutes, 25
yeah,
minutes?
I think living in LA though, you can just get caught up in life
Yeah.
every day doing stuff that really don't mean anything. And when I went out that way, everything was so slow. Everything's kind of spaced out. So you better off just chilling at home with your family. Y'all going out back and doing something, going fishing
Yeah.
or doing things like
That's what
that.
we
So
do, too.
I actually enjoyed that part of that part of the.
Matter of fact,
the
I think I'm going to
country,
go visit him this summer. Just because of that.
And then my question for the rest of the panel is, since we are not LA natives,
Got you.
what is something that you miss from back home that you don't have here in LA?
I would say this. Not in so much of a bad sense. It's just everybody's always doing stuff. But I guess, like, cause I guess I have some friends here, like I have you guys as my friends, you know, a few other people.
And it's like, you ain't got no friends?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, but yeah, but it's just the level of, like, when I go back home, it's like I'm kicking it with friends who are like not a part of the industry, not any of that, and we just chill, like, and it's like a regular thing, like, oh, we about to go kick it at the crib, yeah, you gonna come over, play some card game, it's cool. You can still do that stuff here, but it seems like people are just doing so much, like it's hard to get people on the same accord in LA. at the same time. Like, oh, you want to come to this? Oh, I'm gonna be doing this, or I'm gonna be shooting this, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like everybody's doing something to either make money, especially if you're not from here. You ain't got like a shoulder to lean on financially. You gonna need to do something. Like, so that's one thing I would say I'd miss is just like that kind of family oriented, missing my family, being able to just kick it with my friends on the regular without worrying about other stuff going on. You do your regular job and go kick it. So
Yeah,
Alicia?
I would definitely say family.
family for sure.
I mean, so that's
Because it is different. Like when you go back home, like when I was back there recently, it's like nobody talks about the industry. And then, when you get excited and you tell people stuff, it's like they don't get excited. They're just like,
They're like,
okay, are we
and?
gonna go eat
Like,
at this
what?
restaurant
Well,
today?"
yeah,
like,
unless you do something like
Yeah.
big, because all they know is big. Like when you go,
Yeah.
like if you're an actor here and you know other actors, it's like you could be doing a play, you could be doing this. To everybody else, is what movie have you been in?
yeah.
What big show? Like, are you in Power? Like,
yeah.
like yeah, because you saw me in Power for sure. Like, like, so like stuff like that. It's always the big spectrum. They don't see all the little tidbits that go with it.
All right.
Yeah.
So I agree with both of you all. For me, though, I mean, not for me, though, but for me, like, I guess what I was getting at is you just like little things that you miss. Like, and so I was going to say Grippos and White Castles.
Grippos and White hey, Grippos though. We're gonna have to
White
talk this
Castle.
summer. Right now, I'm about to go to Cabo, but I'm gonna need a box of Grippos. For those who don't know what Grippos are, they're these amazing barbecue potato chips. I believe they're from
good.
Ohio.
Yep.
Or from
Yeah.
Ohio, but the Midwestern, that whole region, they know about it. I can't go into too much detail, but I found out about it through some fraternity brothers. When I was
It's good. They're good, though.
What is it?
I ain't gonna lie.
They're
They're Grippos potato chips. So it's
Yeah.
what Grippos.
They're just potato chips?
But they're like
The
good though.
barbecue.
Like just imagine
they're
like
good.
eating
Yeah.
barbecue, but in the form of a chip. Like legitimately, it's like
Yeah.
eating some barbecue chicken. Like
Nick's gotta try it now.
even the no, I'm saying
I can already tell by-
even the texture of the chip
They're
is
good.
different.
Yeah.
Like when you bite into that chip, it don't taste like a regular lay. Like it has a different texture to it.
Yeah.
And what are they called again?
Grippos.
Grippos. I remember, like, I think,
Grippos, I believe, or something like that.
because I think one side, around the first year that I met you and I went home, I think I came back and I brought you some because
Yeah.
we had bonded over that.
Over some Grippos.
I don't know why. I don't even know how it came up in conversation, but I said it and you were like, "Yeah, Grippos are good." I was like, "What do you
said,
know
"You know
about
about
Grippos?"
That's funny.
Yeah, because I had a fraternity brother who he's not from Seattle, but he lived in Seattle at the time, but he had went to school in Ohio. He went to Central State, Ohio, so he used to talk about Grippos. I'm like, what the hell is Grippos? And he had
Yeah.
got some, and I had tried them, and I was like, these are fucking amazing.
Yes.
Like, they're my
I've never
They're my
had them.
favorite barbecue chips, for sure.
Are you
So
looking them
good.
up?
I just found them right here. I've never. They
You got
just. They look like.
They got the pig on them. Yeah.
Nah, they got some white dude on it.
Oh gosh,
In the hat.
gentrification.
Yeah, with the hat on. You used to have a pig on it?
Was it a
I
pig?
don't know.
Or was it just the white guy with the hat? I forget.
That's
With the chef's
hilarious.
hat?
My bad, I'm confused.
Hey, look, I can't remember.
I'm confused. That's horrible of me, but hey.
A pig and a white guy.
Between a pig and a white guy with a hat.
Yeah, I've never heard
It's
of
all
these
the
chips in
same.
my life.
Yeah.
I've never heard.
I
of
mean,
such-
they're regional.
They're a regional thing. Like if
Yeah.
you're not from that area, you just wouldn't know about it unless somebody, because you have to order them. Because when I did it, I had to order them to Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, because one of my coworkers brought some back, and I said, "What's this?" And then she was, "Oh, you ain't never tried this."
Grippos, like they have,
Yeah,
like
it
we don't have
was good.
Utz chips over here. The UTZ.
What
Or
is
Oh, yeah.
that?
Utz chips. It's like I didn't have that
Yeah.
until I went to like either, I guess parts of Virginia, or like DC. I think is when I first was like, oh, Utz. Okay, it has like a little girl on the front of the bag. So
Yeah, it's a little
that's that's one thing I love about traveling is just like even like
Find
with
new stuff.
even domestic, like I love to go out of the country, but just in the States. Like I said, if you go to Louisville, you're gonna get something. If you go to Memphis, Florida, Texas, any of these places, you're gonna get a different
Yeah.
experience. So
That's what I like.
and food is always an experience I can always dwell on. So if I can get food at all these regions, even the bad places, like I'll go eat food at South Dakota. I mean, it is what it is if there's no seasoning, but I'll try it.
No season.
Right,
That was
chicken
good.
about as dry as Mount Rushmore, but you know.
But you gonna try it.
But I'm gonna try it though.
I'll try it.
That sounds good.
There's black people somewhere in South Dakota.
Right.
Somewhere.
They built in the next president on that damn Mount Rushmore. Yeah, they're solid still.
Carving.
We're free. like,
Carving, man.
but yeah. I think it's super funny. Kim's parents, her mom and stepdad are actually going to Mount Rushmore or going to South Dakota.
Oh, really?
I was like, are they going to? Because her mom's never been on a plane, like never been on a plane before. And I was like, and of all the places in the world you could go to, South Dakota?
Yeah.
I mean, they chose it. There's like not a. They
Like, why are they
chose
going?
South Dakota.
I'm guessing he has like something
Family
he's
or
doing, a
something?
conference or something.
Oh,
maybe.
okay. That's what I was saying.
Because a part of me was just like, yeah, you can go to Hawaii. You can go to New York. You could go like there's so many Vegas, but you don't have to drive. You can drive to Vegas though. But yeah, but like in terms of flying, yeah. I was like, yeah, you know what? I was thinking like Des Moines, Iowa, like like just somewhere just different, like.
I mean, they got no football team.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this just sounds like a good place to fly.
Yeah.
but
Something.
But yeah, man. So yeah, definitely traveling for food. I would actually like to do a little trip. I don't know, like I want to do a road trip. It'd be kind of cool to do it with a group, where literally we just travel and like we just hit food spots, and just kick it and just fellowship.
Fellowship. Food
And
and
just
fellowship.
food and fellowship.
Food and fellowship. That sounds good.
The reason why I said it's gonna need multiple people is because we need multiple drivers because the food.
Yeah. So like somebody couldn't eat at
Yeah,
every
right.
place.
That's hilarious. I didn't even think about it that way. All right, so we in Memphis now. So who gonna not eat this week? Who gonna not eat this trip?
Or get their food to go so that they can eat it with the next. So everybody else can nap while I drive.
Man, because I got to do it. Like I said, I went to after going. Well, I mean, I've been to different places, but after going to New Orleans and just like experience just eating, I was like, yeah, I gotta do more. I gotta do more of this traveling food thing.
Yeah.
Just in general. Matter of fact, we can go back to New Orleans. What's the
I was about
next
to say
event?
New Orleans
I'm
is.
down to go to New Orleans.
New Orleans
That's
it's a different place.
Yeah,
when
no.
it comes to food, it's insane. Like you can literally go to the gas station and get the best food.
I mean that, and then also, I mean, not to. I don't want to dismiss the food because New Orleans food is fantastic.
Yeah.
But the culture there too is just
Oh yeah.
amazing, and the vibe of the city. It's just like it's a good place. Now I didn't have a very good experience.
What's
First and only time. When's that? It's 4th of July weekend.
July,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to make that happen.
Yeah, I'm be going home. But yeah, that's what I said. Janet and New Edition are headlining Essence. So, but anyway, yeah, I didn't have a good experience my one and only time going there, even though I know it's still amazing because I was
Yeah.
in there it was like end of July, beginning of August. It was hot
Super
and
hot.
humid.
Yeah.
I didn't feel good, but I ate and it was good. So
I'm about to say, I can only imagine what to do. I went there in February. Like I've been to Houston in August, and that was some of the hot weather I've ever experienced. And I know New Orleans is in that same category.
yeah, it was dry. The weather was dreadful.
It's so humid. Like it'll be humid on top of being like 90. It'll be like 90 plus degrees and humid,
yeah, it was.
which
it
don't
was
make no sense.
dreadful.
Yeah.
Like you just walked outside and couldn't breathe.
Immediate
Dang.
sauna. Immediate sauna.
I don't like that when the weather's like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too much. Like you're literally like sweat pores is coming out as soon as you hit the
Yeah.
air.
I don't like that.
It's like air contact. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna chill off that.
So yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I didn't have the best. I didn't want to be there when I was there, but I did make the most of the time that I had there.
Got you. Definitely made the most out of it. Ate a bunch of food. Partied my life away. It was Mardi Gras. It was like it wasn't enough but to do.
Yeah.
Just party and eat, I guess. Party and eat, and then eat some more, and then party some more, and then burn off the food with the drink, and then the drink, and then the food, and
Keep coming back around. Yeah.
right. The cycle continues.
You want to get into the TI?
Oh yeah, we can jump.
TI
We can jump right into that. So, fellow people out there, yeah.
You watched the TI?
I did see the video. Yeah,
Okay.
I saw parts of it. But you guys know that obviously Ti in the hip hop game is
He's up there.
people know him. He's up there. Ti he had his moment. I mean, I can say he's like a washed up artist because he's still a good artist.
Yeah.
But like he had like his moments in his career where like everything has been like solid. Now he's trying to get into this comedy thing,
Yeah.
and it's just been kind of a rocky road for him. And also, what's making it even rockier is you're bashing comedians. So like, how you gonna bash somebody in their field but then not be superior at it? Because if you're gonna talk like, for example, if I'm like, yo, such and such ain't good at basketball, and I don't play basketball, I shouldn't be talking about him. Like,
Yeah.
or you don't play basketball well.
Or you don't play well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can't bash somebody. So
Like
Yeah.
that
'Cause he's only
part.
been doing it, what, like 6 months maybe, I think it is? A couple months, 6 months?
I don't know.
and I'm pretty sure T.I. is probably like funny in conversation because he has like a
Yeah.
sense of humor.
Yeah. So are y'all talking about the Barclays thing, or are y'all talking about the other thing?
The Barclays,
Barclays.
probably. Yeah, Barclays.
Oh.
He got
Okay.
booed when it was
Okay.
20,000 people and he got booed.
Yeah. So
Why was he doing comedy at the Barclays as a rap artist?
because that's what I'm saying. I mean, but it was it was a comedy show, right?
Right.
And so my thing is I think, or
He got ego.
yeah, I mean, I think
That's all
that's
ego.
just like somebody I mean, of course, somebody invited him,
Right.
but the only reason he got invited to do it is because he's T.I. There's no other comedian that's been doing comedy for 6 months that somebody was gonna invite
To the Barclays.
Barclays Center for a comedy show. Like, so in that sense, because he has this, you know, he is a successful
celebrity,
hip hop
yeah.
artist and celebrity and everything. He has that privilege that he can do that. And I mean, I didn't see.
And he also.
I know he responded afterward. What did he? Do you all know what he
I didn't see
said?
the response, but
After he got booed?
Yeah, like didn't he go on live or something with somebody and talk about it?
I didn't check out the live. But I'm down. I'm gonna go back and check that out though, for real.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I don't know what was said because I think it was something. It might have been something around like he understands the experience. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I
He
didn't watch
understands
it.
that experience. It just.
No, I mean about like it comes with the territory of being booed as a comedian. But I'm like,
yeah,
not
but it's
everybody
like,
gets. Who's gonna like?
He
You
got the-
really want to bomb at the Barclays Center? Like,
Yeah.
Like you can't start up. It's like, you know what? It's my first time doing it. I'm gonna go do it at Staples, or now Crypto.com Arena. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's something of that statue. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and I know he's
and his
like,
ego was not letting him get off because he was still telling jokes. Because you know, like the mindset of a comedian is, I'm gonna go up here, bomb or not, and I'm gonna do my thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, you ain't been doing it long enough. Your jokes ain't even been like touched, surface. Like it just.
Yeah.
And he gonna look at them like, yeah, man, this is an easy job. What'd he say? It was an easy job?
Yeah.
To
He
some
said
comedians.
that?
He said it to some comedians.
oh,
Yeah.
That's why people are like bashing him. It's like, how you gonna talk about it's an easy job? Go to the Barclays, bomb, be roasted, trying to roast comedians who are like saying stuff to you.
I kind of wish Nick was
Yeah.
here.
You kind of
Yeah.
I said I wish Nick were here.
Yeah, because he.
I feel like you all need to talk about this again
we'll
when
bring
Nick
this
is
up.
back.
Nick, we're gonna have to bring this back up. What your thoughts are on that as a stand-up comedian? Because it's like you can't be bashing comedians unless you can
Yeah.
go toe to toe with them. To be honest, I would never bash a stand-up. Like,
And I should have said the other Nick because we do have a Nick.
oh yeah,
here.
yeah, the other
Oh,
Nick.
yeah, no, Nick.
Yeah, the stand-up Nick. They both stand up, but stand up
Stand
comedy.
up.
Like, that's
Yeah,
funny.
we'll have to get his input.
We have to
on
get his
that.
input on that because it's just weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
What's
feel
funny
like
is I believe there's probably other rappers out there who don't have that same ego who are probably funnier comedians. To be honest, somebody
Probably.
because somebody posted it. They were talking about like which rappers would you like to see do comedy.
They put Snoop.
I can see that though.
I can see that.
What's funny is Snoop has that like cadence. Like even if his jokes weren't that great, the way he talks will make you laugh.
Yeah.
Just the way he carries himself will make you laugh. I think
somebody who
I
I,
thought Ludacris
I
would be
think
funny.
is funny. Who I don't know whether his type of funny would translate to stand up, but who I always get a kick out of like his online content. Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X, he might be interesting. He does some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I
I've
know a
always
lot
thought
of it is
Ludacris's
done for
sketches are funny.
shock value,
Yeah, I
but
think
like
Ludacris.
his troll
What do you think
abilities
about
are
Ludac-
hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's troll. Yeah. What do you think about Ludacris?
I love Ludacris.
Because like Ludacris always had the funny ass sketches. Like
Yeah,
on
and
his
the
albums.
videos, and the
Yes.
sketch, and his videos were always funny.
Yeah, his concept because he's a funny. I don't know how it would transition as far as stand up goes, but I feel like he'd be kind of.
I wonder if that's something he's interested in because now that I think about it, though, as an actor, I don't think I've seen him in any really comedic roles.
What's funny is any role that he's been in though, if you listen to his mannerisms, he has that sarcastic humor though. Like
Yeah.
he'll say a joke and you'll be like, wait, did he just say that? Like he has underlining jokes like in everything he
Like
does.
he makes
Yeah.
things funny, but
Yeah.
but as a like a
straight
comedy
comedic-
lead, I have not seen that from him. So I wonder.
I'd be down to see that from him.
That would be interesting.
Cause like he does enough. Like for I'm telling you, his sketches. If you haven't listened to like a Ludacris album, them little in between sketches be jokes.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Was it
He
the
is
random white people? Like, but yeah.
He is funny.
Like, I might even shoot some of those. I'm gonna hit him up like I know him. I'm gonna hit Luda up and be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna visually put out some of your sketches.
Visually.
I just have to tag him. Like,
You can do that though. What's his name? What's the guy who used to run Murder Inc? Irv Gotti.
yeah.
Irv Gotti launched a network, and the premiere show on there, I forget the name of the show, but he basically took hip hop songs and made them into shorts.
Oh, like,
Oh, that's cool.
is it the Tails?
I think it's called Tales. Yeah. So he basically
Yeah.
took Tales is basically he took
I know. I've
like,
seen like an episode.
hip hop
Yeah.
songs and he basically turned them into. So you could do that. Bro.
And that was more
There you
like
go.
sort of like it was a drama thing. So
Yeah, it
that
was a drama. Turn some of his
Are
stuff.
you still on live? You might want to not be on live.
Oh, I just got off. Yeah.
No, just be like, listen, you gonna do that? You pitch that right there. You
Oh
Get
yeah,
that-
No, I know because somebody
get that
else
going
will,
now, cause
Yeah.
somebody
That's
pe-
a good
pe-
idea.
people
is
quit.
cutthroat out here.
Especially in the sketch world. It's crazy now. Like you'll
They'll
be
take
chilling with
it.
somebody, you'll be talking sketches, and next thing you know, your video will be out in a day. And you'd be like, well, I didn't even have a
just
chance to
told you.
write it up yet.
Yeah.
And you just put your own twist on it and shot it.
They be fast.
People be quick with it too. That's why I was like, man, I'm just gonna keep to myself. Especially with certain ideas.
Yeah.
I was like, I know ain't nobody got this one in the bag.
Yeah.
Not not that, but just other stuff.
They go get that one. Yep.
That's just crazy to think about.
All right.
Yes. So, lighter touch. Oh, this is just a question. I guess I'll ask real quick, and I'll let you go into the Superfly cat. But Elon Musk. So, Elon Musk apparently offered to buy Twitter for $43.4 billion from Jack Dorsey or whatever. So I guess Alicia developed a question. Would you
Buying
get-
out the other
Should he take
shareholders.
it? Would you take it?
Well, I mean, it's not
43
from
point-
him. He's buying out the other
He's buying out the
shareholders.
shareholders from.
Yeah.
the
So
company.
they would have to, I think
Everybody would have to be like give up their.
agree
Yeah.
to it.
But he owns majority of it, I guess.
Yeah, he's
majority holder.
I wasn't the largest individual stock
Yeah.
shareholder.
Yeah.
Twitter?
Huh?
For
So Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just did that. Like I
I
think
don't
it
see
just
why
happened a
he's not
couple
as
weeks
much money
ago.
as he's got more money than
Yeah.
everybody. Like,
But exactly, like I don't.
is that a
Should
good
he
deal?
take it?
One thing that sucks about that is you're giving him that much more power behind Twitter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that'd be like owning a news network.
right.
I mean, because
makes
like basically the reason he wants to do it is because he wants to change it. And while
Yeah.
He
the
does.
platform has its, its shortfalls, I don't know whether I used that word right. I don't know, especially.
Because he was talking about free
I'm-
speech.
If he buys out Twitter, gas
Yeah.
prices are going up even more because he wants everybody to go electric. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of a lot of
I
stuff
didn't
is
think
going to
about
shift
that.
even more so in his favor.
I don't know. I don't know whether if it were me, if I would take it from him. I mean, that's.
Like I said, it's a lot of money, but it's
That's
like I'm
me,
sure
like-
the people who are shareholders there are doing fine.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know if he's the person I would want to have that power.
And I think somebody pointed this. I was watching an interview. It was this investor talking. His son was working at Tesla,
Uh-huh.
and he was basically explaining to his dad that Tesla doesn't sell electric cars. They're in the business of selling information. So every time you drive a Tesla, when it hits a certain mile point, it sends the information, the data back to Tesla, and they sell that information around the globe. So I don't think Elon Musk is in the business of acquiring Twitter because he cares about freedom of speech and all that shit. I honestly
Yeah.
think it's about information.
right.
What
how
he's
you
at,
can sell
and
that
that's why I feel
information.
like just
Yeah.
the vibe I get from him, things I've read about him, and the things
He's
that
on-
I've
he's got a different
seen.
mindset.
SpaceX.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I would be comfortable knowing that
With him
he
having
has
that- he already has
all
power.
Of that. I mean,
and
what
to
the
for
power
him to
that
have-
comes with all of Twitter. I mean,
Yeah.
because no. So I
And he,
would
and he
have
knows
to
what
say
he's
no.
doing by offering that money because he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to take over. Who knows?
Yeah.
He's selling our information to Mars. I mean, who knows what he gonna like? I mean, there's so many things that man could do
Yeah.
that are kind of, like I said,
Yeah. So
Definitely
but
sell
that's
that info.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Elon Musk.
I don't think,
I agree with
I
you
don't
with that.
think
Like
he
I like
should.
I like Elon Musk and like in terms of like him as a businessman, like the stuff but just knowing him and kind of like you said, watching certain things he's done, I'd be very questionable About giving him that much access, you might as well sell him CNN and like
Everywhere else.
all these
yeah.
other like big media outlets. Because Twitter is like the one, and it travels
Yeah.
fast too. Like you get a hold of Twitter as a whole, like.
And you see some videos that aren't released.
What's crazy is the
everywhere
fact that he
else.
can even afford to be like, I can offer $43.6 billion, and it don't even hurt him.
No.
They're saying
A
last year
billion.
he was talking about like, oh, this year's coming up, I'm about to spend $10 billion in taxes.
But how's that possible when I don't know that many people that own Teslas? Like, compared to
do.
like
That
any
Tesla's heavy.
other car in the world.
But it's
Tesla.
not just
SpaceX.
Tesla.
Yeah,
I mean,
Teslas are big
it's
now,
a lot.
but yeah.
I mean, I honestly, I'm not well, don't have a whole lot of knowledge about how he has acquired what wealth that he has.
Nobody does.
But
Nobody,
yeah, no,
anytime,
it's
anytime
just.
people got money out the
Nobody.
blue like that, I'm like, drugs.
But like you
Like-
said, but like you said, to be able to spend that money and it not like
Because he's apparently net worth $266 billion.
right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna spend 43 point however million dollars on Twitter. Like I just could think of a whole lot more stuff that I would
Spend it on.
Right.
spend it
He
on.
clearly has an ulterior motive, like with what he's doing. Because if you even think about like him versus like a Jeff Bezos is like he has his money, he knows what he gets from
Yeah.
Amazon, but he's like living his life. He's enjoying himself. He buying homes, relaxing. Elon Musk is like he not buying crazy houses. He's like he has a whole different agenda, and I just kind of question it sometimes.
Yeah, I think Elon Musk is. I'm suspicious when people just pop up out of nowhere.
Well, that. I mean,
You know?
but I feel like the billionaires, like the Jeff Bezoses and the
Warren
Elon
Buffett's.
Musk. I don't know about Warren Buffett. I don't know whether he's the type, but
No,
I
he's
feel
not
like,
that type.
but I feel like this whole, like all of this, the SpaceX stuff and
Yeah.
the trips to space, they
Yeah.
they trying to
They're
leave us
plotting.
here.
They're plotting.
They trying to leave us here.
But you know, I think
because they
about
know
that,
the
but-
planet
Yeah.
is dying.
But think about this though. Only white people talk about leaving Earth.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nobody else seems to be worried about this. That part's kind of weird to me.
Well, no,
Like,
I mean,
East
I think
Indians
it's
don't
like
care.
Because they always withholding information.
Yeah, like Africans
That's
don't
true.
care. Like no one really cares other than
I need to
Well,
go
I
to
mean, but
space.
just like
I
they
got
know,
gold.
they're not worried about climate change because they're like, we're about to colonize the moon, so y'all can stay down here and burn.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
It's insane.
Sorry,
Think
that's
about it,
my
'cause they've already
conspiracy
talked
theory.
about like Jeff Bezos has already been out the world.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they've already traveled and done.
That's why. No, they like, no, it's too far gone.
Now
We're gonna
let's-
leave y'all here.
Let's leave.
Basically, yeah.
I really feel like I feel like that's what it is.
Now, would you go?
And my
would
thing
you
is,
go
once
to
you
the moon?
leave, what happens?
Yeah.
Huh?
Would you go to the moon?
Once you leave, what happens?
I mean, that's
You guys
that's,
remember a couple years
that's what the
ago
research is.
they had a space program where it was like a couple $1 million and you can buy a one-way ticket to Mars.
Oh yeah. I
Not a
remember that.
one way.
And they hadn't even built anything, but you could start the simulation program. I think 2015
go
was
on
the
it.
was the scheduled date. But
Yeah.
yeah, they right now you can buy a
to-
ticket to Mars or any planet really that they plan on building shit to.
like when they colonize.
What
So
the-
like, if
what-
it's all
What's that? What is that?
colonized,
Let's hear the question.
and I can get grippos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does that? No, what does that plane ticket look like to Mars though? That's what I want to know.
I'm about to say, like, listen.
What that plane ticket look like?
And it's a one-way.
You know what I'm saying? Like that plane ticket got to
One
be
way.
insane.
It's a one-way trip, man.
Like if you're not a millionaire, I don't see you affording it.
You know.
Like
No.
Would
But
you
like,
guys
have
go?
y'all seen like?
a one way?
One way.
I don't know about one way. Like
Ooh.
I'd be curious, but I don't know about a one way.
Because this
Yeah,
makes
I
me
would.
think about.
I
Did
would
y'all
go.
did
And
y'all
just
watch
stay-
that movie?
You
Don't
would
Look
go and
Up.
stay though. Like you can't come back.
Don't look up. No, I didn't watch it.
Did you watch it? Like
I did watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
Like
it.
it
I'm
was
gonna have to watch it.
crazy.
I'm gonna have to watch it again. But yeah,
That movie, Don't Look
Don't
Up.
Look Up with Leonardo
Oh,
DiCaprio.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I need to watch that.
I
I
didn't
started
watch
it,
it.
but I didn't finish it.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
You haven't watched it. I would say watch it, and then we'll talk about it.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see
Yeah.
Moonfall?
Now I seen
No.
Moonlight.
I wanted to know if it was
I
better
seen
than
Moon Knight.
Moonfall, because Moonfall was kind of like the same world.
Did
ending
it?
kinda
I've never
thing.
seen it. I have checked that out.
Don't Look
But
Up is
yeah.
interesting though.
It was definitely interesting.
Is it a good movie?
I would say it's good.
Everybody says it's good.
It's a good
Yeah.
movie.
It
It's
was
just
pretty good.
you know,
Not a
like
lot of
change your
people in it.
trajectory on things though. Like you'll really be thinking.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah.
Check it out.
I mean, and you got, and it's
Check
like
that
you're
out.
into, that type satire. Because a lot of people, I think most of the people that I heard didn't like it, just don't really like satire.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
They really weren't into it. They just, watched it because Leonardo DiCaprio was in it.
Like,
That's why.
oh,
Yeah.
he's a
And
good
they're
actor.
like-
Let's check it out.
The moon, that would be
Anytime
interesting.
Netflix publicizes something good, I'm like, I'll at least check it out. I get halfway, and like 20 minutes in, I don't like it though. Like, it's a wrap. That shit.
What's going on, Alicia?
Oh yeah, let's touch back into some the other stuff we got going on. Well, so
Yeah.
oh yeah, let's get into real quick. Superfly actor. I'm gonna let you take that one away, Alicia.
Okay, so recently, not recently, but Kalen Walker, he was in Superfly. He's now
The new
26.
Superfly.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has been accused of being a serial rapist and lied about knowing Drake as a way to trap girls. And initially, he was arrested in 2018. So this is a case that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
So they recently had the closing arguments on Wednesday at his serial rape trial. And if he's
Serial
found
rape.
guilty, he will get life in prison. But one of the girls that took the stand, I guess, that came out, said that she was manipulated at 16 years old to do a spontaneous sex tape with him when he was 22. Her mother was outside in the car waiting for her because she thought it was just headshot photos. So he would lure people in saying that
Can you hear that
Drake, he
headboard
was going to put him in
smacking?
videos and he was doing photo shoots and all this stuff. And then it came out that there was 30 women who came forward and accused him
I was
of
gonna say to be a
sexual
serial
abuse.
rapist, you gotta like really be active.
So
like,
they had some of the stories, and I was like, wow. So,
that's
it's
wild.
just-
You
I
said it was
think it's
Kalen
sad.
Walker.
Yeah,
He ain't even.
he was in Superfly.
I
He was
saw.
in,
Have
there
you
was
seen this guy's
another
picture?
movie. He was in another movie with Holly Berry, I think it was.
Kalen Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's hey man.
what's crazy is like he one of the ones that got caught because when you're like I said we talk about the industry out here.
Yeah.
People be pulling all kinds of strings to get girls, even guys, but girls majority I would say to different places and oh yeah I know such and such come here.
How do you spell
Yeah.
You be like, oh
Kaylin?
I didn't know Drake lived off Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Like
How do you spell Kaylin?
KAA.
L-A-N.
Did you guys
I'll
see
say Walker.
the internet personality guy Dusky?
Drewski.
Drewski?
Yeah.
So he recently got in trouble. He posted a sketch. He called it a sketch. He posted a sketch on Twitter
He's
or
funny.
on something. And he's basically getting this girl drunk. And in the background, you can see
wow.
him basically telling his homeboy, like, yo, she's almost ready.
Right.
And he's going through the
Wow.
whole video, like, nah, just take one more shot. Like, super creepy shit. So they're kind of
It's hard to say what.
They're on this case right now.
It was a
too, for
sketch
that.
though, right?
He said it was a sketch, but
Because
unless,
he
unless
does.
they're drinking water,
If you look
The girl-
if you
yeah,
look
the
at
girl-
Drewski's videos, he does stuff not like that, but he does stuff to like emulate situations maybe he has seen where he makes fun out of them. And it could be a bad or a good situation. That's why I said I kind of question if it's the comedy aspect he's trying to pull, and it just was a bad taste.
I mean, that is a bad
Because he yeah it is. But
I
I'm
mean,
saying
it's
but he
not-
does comedy like that where he'll be like he'll see something and he'll be like, oh, that was a fucked up. I'm gonna make this look funny. And it's more like not even just being funny. It's more like a reality check. Like how this is a joke. You guys are laughing at it, but this shit really happens. So like, is he bringing awareness or is he really getting someone drunk? Like Nick is saying, like
Yeah.
I was like he deleted it though, right?
he
Yeah.
probably had to.
Okay.
He probably
Yeah.
got flagged. Yeah.
Well, no, I was just wondering because like it, if you deleted it, it's one of those things. It's wondering if that was the case, then like maybe you could start a conversation about it and
Right.
talk about it, as opposed to just being like, like just taking it down and being like,
Yeah.
that's where I wonder like, okay, so
Because nobody, I mean, obviously Instagram
Yeah.
or whatever, they don't know what his motive was. But like I said, just watching, because I like Drewski. I watch some of his comedy. I'm like, is he bringing awareness or is he really getting someone fucked up? Like that's the
right.
that
So it's just
line,
like,
Well, has somebody came
I
out
wonder
and
was
said something?
like what was said, if was anything.
Nah, he just posted the video and like the internet just got
Oh,
on his
see.
head about it. I don't know if the young lady that's in the video said anything.
he got some funny. He got a funny McDonald's post y'all should watch. It's pretty funny. But as somebody who worked at McDonald's, that shit was jokes. But
I think it's sad when girls are young and they get taken advantage of like that. Or their
then
friends
it's
are
hard to
there.
trust, man. Then you just get this bad stigma. Like it's it's tough because I feel like I watch it so much, like to the point where I'm just like, and I've seen it in like certain communities that I've been in where I'm like, oh yeah, I can't be here no more. Like, or folks I've worked with, I'm like, oh, you be doing this? Oh, it wasn't even like that. I'm like, 20 people said it. Oh, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm see if I can.
It was a
30
situation.
women,
Yeah.
yeah.
there was a situation. It wasn't necessarily like.
It says he had.
Serial.
It says as of I think yesterday he hasn't addressed it.
Mm.
So,
So maybe not.
but I think from what I'm just seeing in like the
Because he's like
blurbs that come out
up.
of news clips is that it was like a comedy sketch meant to expose predatory behavior. So,
Because if you look like Drizzy, he's getting like big. Like he's not even just on IG. Like he's like national commercials. Like he's doing stuff. So like I feel like it'd be just odd that he would put something out there like that to like incriminate himself. Like
But even
out of the blue,
even doing
like-
something like that, you got to think like that's $1 billion business,
Mhm.
like predatory business and all that whole.
right, because it might not even be Instagram. It could be the actual
Yeah.
predators that are on there. Like, oh, take that shit off because
Yeah,
we don't want them to know our secrets.
of drinking and drugging.
Right, drinking and drugging.
Yeah.
Because there was an incident like that. I ain't gonna put names out there or even the group where like I would go do some like work with, and I just noticed some strange activities were happening. And then like and then I had talked to the source. I was like, I heard such and such happened, and you know anything about this? Because I was like, I'm not gonna be a part of this if that's. And they're like, oh nah, man, people talking shit, yada yada yada. And then I asked somebody who I'm tight with, like who's not gonna lie to me,
Yeah.
basically. And they broke down like this didn't necessarily happen to me, but I did get put in this situation. So I was like, oh, he's lying. Okay.
I
That's all
wonder
I needed
if
to know.
That's
I
scary.
wonder.
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
I wonder, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll talk off air. Yeah, we'll talk off air. I
offline.
ain't gonna put nobody on blast. Yeah. But
No, I mean, I was just thinking if it's what I'm thinking, if situations are
Probably is.
correlated, I wonder. But yeah.
Probably. But
Yeah, that's
on
sad.
we're gonna get off this rape topic. I was like, rape is a touchy
I mean, that's
subject.
crazy.
Yes.
But serial
he's a
rapist,
serial
30
rapist-
plus women, put him under the jail.
Put him on, if it's
Kids,
accurate.
underage girl, put him under the jail.
It's so weird though, cause like when you hear about like a rape trial, like 30 rapes, like I said, I don't want to like put bad stigma on the women going towards the guy, whatever. But when there's that many, it's hard to just be
Yeah.
like, oh, nothing happened. Like he did something to somebody that pissed somebody
They all
off.
had different stories.
Like,
One 19-year-old said he just kept getting her drunk, and then he raped her and took advantage of her. Then another girl on a tour, I guess wherever they were at, she was already messed up. So and then he would always say, oh, well, they were drunk or they were high, or
man,
like there was always an
what happened to the
excuse.
people who gave good
That's what he
conversation?
said.
Yeah.
I mean, then you
And the ones
stupid
that he
because
would meet
when you
online-
say that, then you
I
are
know.
acknowledging that they could not give you consent.
Yeah. And
I mean,
then he had
sorry.
no remorse. That's what they said
It's
too,
true.
That he had no remorse. Like one 18-year-old flew out from like the East Coast to LA to meet him, and
Or to meet Drake.
and then,
Because-
of
or
course,
to meet
he raped
Drake.
her. Yeah, because then he kept telling them, yeah, the photo shoots, you can meet Drake, you could be in the next video, and all this stuff.
And that's an easy way to go about it, because here girls is like, nigga, hell no, because
They're
people
like,
are used to
"Drake,
it.
what?"
But when you coming from like these small towns and these different
Somewhere else.
places, like yeah,
And you getting flued out.
you getting flued out from like Nebraska.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this guy's gonna introduce me to Drake. I'm gonna be
So-
in his music videos.
Yeah.
So it's
But
nothing
first I
like
just have to take these headshots with my shirt off.
so it's nothing like that.
Like-
No.
So wrong.
So it's nothing like that. But okay, so sometimes I drive rideshare to
Okay.
make a little extra money.
Hey, get that bread.
Uh-huh.
And so one weekend, I picked this girl up from a downtown hotel that took her back to where she was staying in Hollywood. And so she's on the phone with her friend the whole time during the whole ride. And she's telling them about her night. So she had basically flown to LA by herself to celebrate her birthday.
By
So by herself.
Oh, okay.
And so she went out that night, met some people at the people at the club. They took a liking to her, so they started club hopping. They bought her drinks and all this kind of stuff. And she's having the time of her life. She's spending all this money. She stayed at their penthouse of the night. We get back to where she's staying, and I let her out at the hotel. She's like, "Oh shit, they done towed my rental car." I was like, "Girl."
Hey, she telling everything.
I was like,
She had a hell of a
"Man,"
story.
I was like, you gonna have a good story. Because now I'm thinking like, okay, so now you got to pay to get
'Cause
this
you have to pay
car
to get
out
that
of tow. I mean, yeah.
Otherwise, you have to pay the rental fee on top
Yeah.
of like.
Like, so I was just like, it was so crazy, the whole story. I'm just sitting there listening like,
Taxi cab confession.
I'm almost envious.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounded like it was a fun ass weekend.
I mean, no, it sounded like it was
car
fun.
got towed. I got
It was
3
like,
fights. I got drunk.
Right. Like, I was
Shit.
like, just like, but yeah, people come
That's
out
good.
here to
People go out there to have
experience that
fun.
life.
Hey, she came by herself though. Props to her
Mhm.
to turn up.
To turn
turned up?
I did that. I
up.
did that in Miami. I went by myself. I was supposed to go with my boy, but tickets just didn't work out, so I ended up going solo. Luckily, I had family out there, so I was able to visit and I had a couple friends. But other than that,
That's how
yeah,
I be in New York.
Hmm.
That's how I be in New York.
yeah,
I mean, like, I go out stay with my auntie, but
yeah. But
I be
you
there
just
by
out-
myself.
You be on, you be in the streets of solo,
Solo.
solo dolo in these streets.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That's a fun. That sounds fun. Yeah, Lyft be funny. I haven't
That-
driven. I actually
like-
driven Lyft, but I haven't driven in a while. I haven't driven it in a while, but
Professional stories.
there be some funny things that be happening in your cars, man.
it'd be
funny.
hilarious.
It's the stories people be telling.
Yeah, because I'm like, whenever I'm taking one, like for me, it's always I'm silent, I'm quiet, I don't be
Yeah.
on the phone, but you know, I'm always
Yeah, I get
amazed at the people that are just like on the phone or
You're the therapist for 15 to,
or
to 45
like I
minutes.
said, you're the
Like,
therapist. It's like, but okay.
asking for your advice and shit. I'm like, you want my advice? I don't think you should have killed him, but that's just me, though. Like, that's just personally me. If you don't mind just getting out the car, that would be great.
Right.
Like, I actually had a homeless dude get in my car one time, and I was picking him up literally across the street from the location of where I was picking this girl up. And I pulled up. This dude just hopped in the car. He had his shirt wide open and had no shirt, under it. He had like the little flannel. And he's like, "What's up, man? How you doing?" I was like, because I was looking at the name and I was like, this is an African female name. This old white dude got in here. Not to like judge. I don't know what his name was, but I was just like, it just seemed odd.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, so where you headed? Because I was looking at the address, and my address was taking me like east, and he was, oh yeah, you can drop me off over in Santa Monica, and I was like, in Santa Monica, and I was in like mid Wilshire area, so if you guys know it was a whole different direction. I think you got the wrong Uber. He goes, no, it's good, man, just drop me here, man, it'll be all good. And I was like, no, like, I think you're in the wrong Uber. I try to be nice about it. I was like, I think you're in the wrong car. He's like, you don't want to take me? He goes, you're just so blessed to have me in your car. And I was like, that sounds fancy, but I just need you to exit the car, please.
Yep.
Or I'm gonna
Going to fight
Get out.
mode.
not even just fight, but like I'm gonna snatch you like out of my car.
Get out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull over and you're just gonna be here.
Uh-huh.
And then because I
scary.
pulled you because I actually moved forward just a little bit with him, and then I caught on to it. And I was like, oh no, you gotta get out. And then the other girl, she goes, hey, it says you picked me up. And I was like, oh no, old boy was still in the back seat, and I was like, this could go one or two ways because it gets scary. Because like luckily he was
Yeah.
cool and he just got out the car.
Yeah.
But like anybody could have been like pop, stab, like any
Yeah.
situation could have happened right there. So which is why I got this force field now. If I ever decide to drive Lyft, I got this whole
Yeah.
shield that I put up
Oh
now.
yeah, you have the shield.
I bought that shield just in case. And they ain't gonna really dodge a bullet, but if somebody try to reach, at least I'll see the hand coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
With your shield.
with the shield, right? That'd be cool if they had a little bulletproof one.
That's kind of scary though, because like people just jumping in. Like I've had friends drunk try to jump in a car, and I'm like, "What do you do? That's not."
They
our
just
Lyft.
get in.
Like,
They don't
that's
even
not our
look.
Uber."
They-
and then the guys will be like, "Oh yeah, come in." You
'Cause
know,
sometimes,
and it's
like-
you don't.
Sometimes they'll
know
just
that
tell you
I'm
to like,
going
hey, if you just
far."
give me $20, I'll take you.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't know if he's an actual Lyft driver or if that $20 is gonna get you trafficked. Like,
Right, because I'm always.
like,
Yeah.
just keep it 100. Like,
For reals though.
Oh, I had one of those experiences. I think I told you about that.
probably
Well, I
good.
did know. I got it was early morning. I picked up this girl from his house, and she put in a dress, and she was like, "No, I'm looking for this guy," and I was like, because she didn't know whether the address was right, and I was like, and I mean, and she I could tell she was foreign.
Mhm.
She was, I'm pretty sure Eastern European.
Okay.
So I don't know, anyway, long story short, I'm like driving. I picked her up in Studio City, and we're driving out this way, Woodland Hills, trying to find this apartment building where I guess she was the previous night or somebody. And I was like, and in my head I was like, is this some like mafia like thing? What is going on? Because she was like you never know. Because she was like, oh no, because like I ended up like passing where the destination in the place said, and like got an alert for another ride, and she was like, no, let's just keep going. She was like, I'll pay you. And so I declined the ride. And so I'm driving out around for maybe like 30 minutes, and I finally find it.
Yeah.
And she gets out. She finds the guy. He comes out. They have whatever exchange. And then she's like, okay, can you take me to like the Palisades?
Oh, gosh.
And I was like, because that's where she lived. And I was like, that's okay, that's fine. I took her to the Palisades, and I dropped her off, and she gave me $300.
Hey, I can't even be mad at the bag options. Yeah.
I was like,
Extra money.
Right. You didn't even know you was like a part of a whole.
it was an hour, and I was like, I don't know. And after she got out of the car, I prayed to God. I was like, please forgive me for what I might have been a part of. I'm sorry.
Right.
I didn't
You were
know.
unknowingly the
but
brick
I needed,
transporter.
but I needed this $300.
The brick transporter.
Right.
You didn't even know.
I was like, I didn't know, but I was like, I needed that $300. So,
Yeah.
AKA Ozark in the making.
Right. Don't get your drive on, Ruth.
Go ahead, LaRuth.
Man,
yes, it was crazy.
that's funny.
That is too.
That's one of them situations, man. Because we'll live, like I said, it's
Yeah.
cool, like, driving or whatever, because majority of the time, stuff isn't going to really go pop off too crazy,
Yeah.
but there's always that 1%
Yep.
It's
where
gonna
it just, kind of makes you, like, uneasy at times, but
happen.
yeah.
Into the playoffs.
You want to get into the playoffs? You want to drop that question on them? We can get into the playoffs if you want to talk about some of the NBA.
I don't know what the question is.
Okay, there's not really a question, so we can get into the question in a second. We're just talking about standings of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we got the NBA playoffs coming up, Eastern Conference,
Yeah.
Western Conference.
I'm just saying,
Does anybody have
you
any
got a
predictions
shot.
of who they think is going to make it to the finals?
This is who I think's going.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it.
My team.
But, I mean,
Phoenix,
Suns.
I mean, if Steph gets healthy,
I'm just
They're saying he's going to play.
he just said he's going to play. So I'm saying,
So they
because
start
Warriors
this
and Phoenix could
weekend.
be a Western Conference
Western Conference.
situation right there.
Are,
Let's see.
Matchup wise, depending on who wins that, who takes the East. Because who we got in the East? We got Brooklyn,
Brooklyn and
Yeah.
Milwaukee again.
yeah.
So it was Miami Heat,
Because Giannis is hard to
Boston Celtics,
Giannis is hard to
Brooklyn
beat, no matter what team you
Nets.
put on him.
Milwaukee
Giannis.
Bucks, Chicago Bulls, Philadelphia 76ers.
Chicago is looking nice, but I don't know if they're
Toronto
gonna take it
Raptors.
though.
That's
I don't
it
know.
for the
I always talk about
East
James
so far.
Harden. I don't know about Philly.
Philly, like I said, they're cool. James Harden is cool, but I don't think they've beaten Brooklyn.
No.
Bucks.
Kyrie is masterful right now, and then you have KD whenever he decides to do what he wants to do.
Right.
That's a hard combo to beat. At least for the
Let's see
East
who else.
goes.
Western, Phoenix Suns. My team. that
That's
I
my prediction.
believe
My
gonna be-
prediction is them and Golden State to be the Western Conference
Finals.
ordeal.
Now Golden
mean-
State plays the Denver Nuggets this weekend.
Yeah.
So
If
they
everybody's
start
healthy,
Saturday.
I don't think Nuggets are taking
The
Golden State.
Grizzlies play the Timberwolves. The
Actually, I'm
Mavericks
looking
play
forward to that
Jazz.
because that's an interesting setup.
That's gonna be
The
good.
Grizzlies and the Timberwolves will be good. You got
Mavericks
Anthony
and the
Edwards, you got
Jazz.
Ja Morant is that dude's fucking phenomenal,
Ja is-
man. He out of all the like newer players right now, he got to be one of my tops.
I
Like
love
he's
Ja.
Yeah.
he don't play no shit. Like he's not one of them like cool like individuals either. Like he about his shit. Like he'll do it and he'll be like, yeah, pussy ass boy. Like, cause he from South Carolina, yeah.
Something like that.
He
Yeah.
be just talking. He be talking that shit. He's so
Yeah.
athletic though.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like I guess the comparison they compared him kind of to AI, but I gave him like the AI Derrick Rose or Russell Westbrook kind of combo. Like very athletic and can just get buckets.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan, so I'm rolling with the Dubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Golden State. Obviously, I would be rooting for the Lakers if they were in it, but as a Steph fan, I would like to see Steph, pop another ring.
Not
So,
me.
of course
I
you're
see
doing
my
that.
Sons win, again.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no.
Yeah, rightfully
We have a
so.
chance,
They-
we have
We
a
not-
chance to
we
They
win.
got a
not-
squad. And I would
Yeah,
I would love to see Chris Paul get a ring.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I love D Book.
I would
Yeah,
love
Devin
to see
Booker-
D-Book.
They got a shot at it. Like they had a shot last year too, though.
Yeah. I
think
was
they learned their
disappointed.
lesson. They learned their lesson
I was
last year.
rooting for them last year. I
I
was
was.
rooting for
I was
the
legit rooting
Suns
for
last
Phoenix.
year.
Yep.
I was so mad.
But you know,
Giannis is,
I'm a Dubs fan, so
Yeah.
I'm rolling with the
What
Dubs.
about you, Nick?
And Clay's back too. It'd be the nice little Clay come
What
back.
you think, Nick?
I think the Bucks are gonna win.
Again?
If you
know.
disagree, like what I just said, Giannis is very hard to beat
Yeah.
I've seen
in
Giannis.
7 games.
I've seen Giannis play against the best players in the NBA, and one thing I know about basketball is if you're playing against somebody and they're not afraid of you mentally, and they're just as good as you, it's gonna be a tough out. And
Yeah.
I don't think any of those
Yeah,
guys
he
are
is
better
good.
than he is, you know. And I think he knows that now, and that's a tough out.
He can drive on anybody. He's like what 6'11",
Yeah.
and he plays like a
6'11",
small
yeah.
guy. Like
Yeah, he's a
handsome.
beat.
good.
Yeah, he's
Huh?
a, he's a
He's
beat.
so
He
handsome.
beat KD last year. I don't believe in Kevin Durant.
I feel like the only thing I would give Kevin Durant over here is his shooting ability, but because
I don't believe he did that with Steph Curry, bro. We can't count those rings, man.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't believe in James Harden, so I can't go with Philly. Chris
Ja-
Paul gets hurt every year,
Yeah.
so the only person I can bank on is
Giannis.
Giannis. He's the only one that
Giannis.
got
Because
credit.
I'm trying to
do
think
it.
about it, like if Phoenix were to go again, they might have a chance because they got like a big dude, but it's still tough.
Yeah.
If Golden State goes matchup wise against the Bucks, that's
They
still
won't,
tough.
I mean-
The only advantage they have is they have straight shooters. Like they can pull 3 balls all day, which is hard to beat a team like that because they can just they're getting more buckets than you. He's getting 2, they're getting 3 every time down the court. Like
But Golden State ain't got no middle.
that's my biggest
Yeah.
concern.
Yeah,
There's not gonna
no,
be
they
anybody
don't.
to stop
40.
him down
Yeah,
low.
Giannis gonna average 40 on him. Like so that ain't gonna,
They'd have to rely on those jump shots.
I
'Cause
think Phoenix got the only chance.
Phoenix does because they got DeAndre Eden. He
Yeah.
can stay down low and try
I
to
like
play,
DeAndre.
and try to
Yeah.
not get bullied too much.
And you got Chris Paul, so I feel like if Chris Paul stay healthy, it's their best shot to
Booker?
do it. Yeah.
It is because Chris Paul, he's just a smart player. He's a smart point guard. Like
What about let's see, they play the Bulls this week. The Bucks.
who does?
The Bucks.
The Bucks are beating the Bulls.
Yeah.
The Bulls are good. I would like but I just it's gonna be in seven games. Like,
Is
Yeah.
Ball still hurt?
oh,
I thought Ball was
Lonzo,
hurt. Right?
Lonzo
I thought
Ball.
Lonzo was hurt.
Oh yeah, you might be right.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's see.
That's so
'Cause
crazy
they
to
got Zach
me.
Levine,
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan.
Don't sleep on Ice Trey, man.
No, they got
Oh,
players.
the
That boy.
I'm not saying they don't.
Trey Young.
Yeah,
That boy's a
Oh,
monster.
I like
Trey Young is
Trae
like,
Young's
and he's
good.
small too, but he
Bro,
is
he's
assassin.
5'11". He's 5'11".
He's an
bro.
assassin.
I
Yeah.
met the guy. He's 5'11".
He's
Yeah.
only 5'11".
He's
Like I told you, like you can look at him and tell that he's small.
He's
Cause
Like, he
like,
looks
he's a
small,
little
but I
because
don't
Steph
think
Curry's
that's
like
small.
6'2", 6'3", and he's smaller than Steph. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a tiny guy.
So I'm
It's like him and Chris Paul. I
I'm
guess.
a new-ish NBA fan. Talking about like maybe 10, 12
Okay.
years.
Okay.
Okay.
So are like the conferences, are they based on I guess like the original teams? Because like in my head I'm like, how is Memphis West and Milwaukee?
It's
Oh,
it's the
because
region,
of
yeah.
because of when
Oh,
they came
yeah.
in. So you had Toronto and the Grizzlies were like a new team.
Okay.
Those two were new teams or whatever, and then Memphis came in as a Vancouver Grizzlies, which is
Okay.
a West Coast team.
Gotcha.
But then they moved them to Memphis, so they're still there. Just like Oklahoma City is West Coast because it used to be Seattle Supersonics.
Supersonics.
yeah.
Okay.
So they were technically Western teams when they came in. They kept them Western teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
I
yeah.
would say the same thing. Yeah.
Because
Memphis is
I
like
was just
what?
thinking about that. I was
Yeah.
like,
Because
and
it
then-
used to be the Vancouver Grizzlies, and they were trash. Like they were trash.
Shout out to
yeah.
Mike Bibby.
Yeah, Mike Bibby. I was about to say, yeah, Mike Bibby.
Mike
Shout out
Bibby.
to Mike Bibby, man.
yeah, because I mean,
did they
I
have
like
Jason
Mike
Williams at one point?
Who?
Like I said-
Vancouver? No, the
They had Abdul.
white chocolate.
Abdul.
Raheem.
No, that's when they went to Memphis.
Okay.
When they got Jay Williams.
Yeah,
like new-ish, because of course, like when I was younger, it was all about Chicago's not that far from Louisville, so it was
Yeah.
all about the Michael Jordan
The
Bulls,
yeah.
and all of that, and then being from Louisville, Kentucky, period. It's a college hoops
Yeah.
region, so I'd never really been an NBA fan.
I was rooting for Louisville.
Well, how you not
every
going
day.
for Minnesota? Your boy played for Minnesota. He's from Louisville. D'Angelo Russell. He might be only.
Yeah, he's from Louisville. Yeah, and then but then there's also he's
Minnesota.
from Louisville. And then there are the people that played for Louisville. 'Cause Donovan Mitchell from
Donovan
the
Mitchell's
Jazz.
solid. Yeah. I like Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Hornets. Terry
Another
Rozier,
ball. Oh.
not
No,
Is it
excuse me,
Terry Rozier?
not from Louisville. I'm just thinking of the players.
and
They just got
Montrezl
knocked out. Trey just
Harrell.
knocked them out.
That's why I said that boy cold, man.
Montrezl Harrell. So I follow I
Yeah.
follow players.
And Trey can shoot,
you know,
too.
definitely
Yeah.
players that played for Louisville, that have made it to the league. I mean, it would be
You can tell she from
easy.
I know
Louisville.
she's
She
I was
from
about to say-
Louisville.
Kentucky, like,
I said it'd be easier for me. I don't want to say easier, but she said I have a lot of people because you know Kentucky is, you know, as much as I love Louisville, but Kentucky is the basketball
Yeah.
dynasty in
They
the
are.
state. They are
The
big,
Kentucky's the
quote
Kansas.
unquote
Yeah.
big brother.
Right.
And so you have your people. You have Karl Anthony Towns. You have Devin Booker.
Yeah.
They got.
I'm trying to think of who
Karl Anthony
else.
Towns
Is,
holding down
Yeah.
for the big dudes. He won the 3-point contest.
I'm trying to think of
One of
Yeah,
one of
that
my
was
closest
fun.
friends looks just like him, and
who
he's big
else.
too.
And then I mean they're not in the playoffs, but Anthony Davis, Lakers.
Hey, he did go to Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah. So
They had a crazy draft class that year.
You got Randall.
Julius Randle
Randle,
from
yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah, they
so that's what I'm
stacked.
saying. So that's why like.
Kentucky produces like if you go to
yeah,
Kentucky,
Boston.
you're almost
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like Kentucky is the one and done. So like that's why I say
Kentucky's
like
a one
I'm
and done,
just
kinda
like
a Duke. Yeah.
10, 12 years ago because a lot of these players were starting to come out of U of L and UK and come to the
Yeah.
league. So following their careers, and that's what garnered my interest in the NBA.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So that's why, like I say, I'm a new-ish fan.
I got you.
Yeah, I've been keeping up. I mean,
Yeah.
for the most part, because when I really got into basketball, I'm not even just saying it's because of Kobe, but like the '96 draft, like that was kind of the time where I was really getting into playing basketball. Because I played as a kid, but that's when I was like starting to play on teams and stuff like that. Those are the people I was looking at, the AIs, the Kobe's, and all that. So since '96, that's kind of where I've been. Anything before that is like I know, like obviously Jordan and all these people, but I was still young.
I feel so bad
Oh,
for you,
see.
bro.
Huh?
Anybody who did not get a chance to watch Michael
To
Jordan
watch
play
him.
basketball.
No.
bro,
I watched
Nah.
it play. Like I watched tapes and stuff
No,
like that.
no,
But
to watch
I'm talking
him.
about live
Yes.
game, bro.
oh,
Like,
I went to
Live game.
I tried to go watch him play when he played for the Wizards.
Oh, no, that's
No, I know, but I'm
videos
saying
of
I
both.
showed up to the game at the Sonics. I even had a Wizards Jordan jersey on, and he didn't play.
yeah, man. That
Yeah.
like when people
It was-
argue about basketball nowadays, like
Uh-huh.
I can't explain it to you, man. It was like
It was amazing.
it was like
I watched Jordan never live, but I
Yeah.
watched his
like
games.
it just looked like he was just toying with these people. And we're talking about the greatest athletes
The
in the
best.
world. And
Yeah.
it just looked like when he jumped,
He
it
had his
looked
way.
like everybody else was just standing still.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about with his hang time. Like
It
he,
was
it
amazing,
literally
bro.
looked like this, and this is not even an exaggeration. He would jump to shoot, you'd be like this, and he's still rising. Like it's just
And you ever seen Kobe play live?
yeah.
Yeah.
So when I seen Kobe, they played the Rockets. Yao
I've seen
Ming's,
Kobe play live a few times.
Yao Ming's on the team. So and I'm a
Yao
kid.
Ming.
I'm close to the floor. So I'm looking at Yao Ming. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in person.
Yeah.
He's big as fuck.
But I watched Kobe score. I think he scored like 20-something points in the third quarter, and he literally took the same shot every time. Like nothing different. He came down same spot, dribble, spin.
Pop
And
up, yeah.
somebody I'm sitting behind the announcer, and the announcers are laughing. They like, yeah, he was working on this in the gym last night, and they're saying it's off air. So basically, he was just having practice in a live game. Like
Right.
that's how he
Wow.
was treating basketball, you know. So to think about somebody like that, but 10 times more athletic. When you talk about Jordan, it was like watching poetry on a basketball court.
You think he's that much more athletic than Kobe?
He's that much better than everyone else.
Oh, gotcha.
Like
gotcha.
even when we compare like you compare LeBron and all that, LeBron's a great athlete. But when it comes to the game of basketball,
Yeah.
like he just made everything look easy and effortless
right.
against the best of the best that was, you know,
I get
competing
that.
with him.
Yeah.
I put LeBron in the category of just like best physical specimen in terms of like what he can do. He's 6'9", can jump the way he can jump, the speed, like size wise.
I don't know, bro.
I still
seen-
remember '93 when the.
I'm just talking about like physical. Like if you put LeBron and anybody, if you gave LeBron and gave him Michael Jordan's mentality, that'd be
Yeah.
insane.
Bro, I
like,
seen Sean
Oh yeah,
Kemp
that
jump.
would be, yeah.
I seen Sean Kemp jump from the free throw line, bro. Sean Kemp is 7 feet tall.
Sean Kemp.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That was crazy. That was to imagine a 7-footer taking
Yeah.
off like a guard.
That sounds
cocking
crazy.
the ball
No, I'm
back.
saying that, but he didn't have
Shit was insane.
LeBron's IQ though. Like he ain't passing
Right.
the ball like
I don't know.
because with LeBron you almost getting the Gary Payton and Sean Kemp combo in one person. Like
That was my intro to basketball. Was Gary Payton.
yeah.
I was a little kid watching the Bulls, the playoff game, and I
Yeah.
vividly remember my dad was a Jordan fan, so we watching the game, and I remember Gary Payton snatching the ball from him, going down the corner, scoring. He turned around and started screaming at him. And as a kid, I'm like, I like this motherfucker. Whoever this guy is, I was like, I like
Gary
this.
I
Payton
like
known
him.
for talking shit.
That's
like,
my, yeah, that's the guy who got me into I was like, yo, I'm watching this guy every time he plays. And then
No, Gary Payton was somebody I watched because, I grew up in Seattle. But I didn't really get into basketball. That's why the Lakers is my team, even since that point. Because I watched Sonic's game, but I wasn't like heavily invested in basketball yet. When I started watching it is when Kobe got to the league, and I was like, oh, that's the team I'm rocking with.
I did not like Kobe. And being in LA, that's so weird. But I just,
I did.
just.
Allen Iverson was still my favorite player, though.
Oh yeah.
Overall, though, Allen Iverson's the coldest. He's my favorite of all time.
I'm rocking with AI too. Man.
Yeah.
Kobe cool, man, but.
And then from a size perspective too, because it's like me playing at 5'9", like looking at somebody like his size carry a team like that, like insane. Like
I feel like Kobe's career was kind of like how Drake shit was. Like, at least in LA, nobody wanted to like Kobe. Like when he came into the league, no LA fan was fucking with him because he got Eddie Jones kicked off the team.
Oh yeah,
He
Nick
kept
Van Axel.
airballing, and it was just too much. Like we was not fucking with Kobe.
Yeah.
And it just got to a point where he was just so good that you just couldn't say anything. Like he just kept shitting on him.
Right.
Like,
you may not like me, but you're not gonna be able to say nothing about me.
Right.
When he dunked on, I think it changed for him in LA when he dunked on Kevin Garnett. I think he was injured in the playoff game, and the Timberwolves was supposed to win that year.
He dunked on quite a few people.
And he went. I think he had a torn shoulder, and he was playing through a torn shoulder. So that right there, kind of, you earn your respect right there,
right,
at least in LA.
Yeah.
And he went baseline, went up, Kevin Garnett talking shit. He windmilled it, dunked on him,
I
screamed
remember
at
that
him,
shit.
fell on the ground. And I remember after that I went to school, and everybody was Kobe fans. It had just switched.
But you can't even talk about
like-
because it ain't like Kevin Garnett, a little dude. Like he's 6'11" and he's a solid
Yeah.
dude. Like
It was like the Iverson crossover. Like I think
Man.
that was his moment for the city that we was like, okay, you playing through injury, you out there really doing
Right.
it. Like
You
we
doing
rocking
it.
with you now. So
yeah.
How
that man,
about
that's a bad dude.
Rajon Rondo?
That's
He's
my
another
guy.
person that came out of
That's
Kentucky.
I love Rajon Rondo.
Rondo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rajon Rondo's like
And
he's insane.
he came out of Kentucky, but he's from Louisville. I know a lot of his family.
When I argue with people about who's the best point guard, everybody says Chris Paul.
Of all time or just now?
I think if he was designing a point guard, Chris Paul's pretty much how it should look. I mean,
He is no like because he passed the
Yeah,
ball.
I
He got
mean-
mad handles. He got the nice mid
you
range.
can't
shot.
get much better than Chris Paul.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose between the two, I always said I would take Rondo. I met him. He's a very awkward person. Like he's really kind of he's a little weird.
Yeah.
But I think that's what gives him the edge in competitive sports is that he's a weird
Chris
dude.
Paul. I remember watching Chris Paul at Wake Forest back when he.
Beast.
Because I was like, because I didn't
Oh.
even know I was getting into college back watching sport, and I was like, yeah, this dude's going coast to coast on people. Like he was doing crazy shit. I'm like, damn, like
Yeah, Chris Paul is a monster.
So before we move on to the next topic, I'm probably sure you all have talked about this on our earlier show, but just because we're in the realm of sports, I want to know, because I know you, how did you feel about Russell being put out of Seattle, moving from Seattle to Denver?
Oh yes, thank you for bringing that up again.
I'm just saying, I missed it, and I'm sorry.
we was having a really good moment. We
the
was having a
NBA
really good
I mean,
moment.
The NFL draft is coming up again, so
We was having a really good moment.
I'm
Patrice.
sorry. I
Don't
just
start crying again.
because I know you and I missed the conversation. So and like football's my sport.
Yeah.
So I was just
That's
like,
tough, man.
Uh,
10 years of like dedication to like, a person. Like he's a good dude. He's a good quarterback. Like all these great things. Good wife.
he's a good wife.
I said he has a good wife.
Oh, he has a good wife. I was like, he's a good wife.
Nah,
like
he
really?
has a good wife. Yeah.
hey, dang, you really
You
love
know
Russell.
Sierra Water Pants.
I was like-
But yeah, I ain't gonna go too much into that. But it's tough.
Heartbroke.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, I feel like he had some tools there to do some positive things, even though we had like kind of a rough season. But we had some tools there to do some good things. And now that he's gone, not like even DK Metcalf now is like looking elsewhere,
Yeah.
and he's like an athletic freak.
Right.
So it's like we're losing tools now. So now he's the piece. He's the piece that keeps everything together. With him gone, it's like where do we go? It's like we have to
Yeah.
literally rebrand the whole group. Like they have to restructure everything. So that's tough. I mean, I'm hoping some good things, and I'm not anticipating like, oh, Seahawks next year about to do it, cause
So it was
Yeah.
it was a sad day for you.
yeah,
Oh, it was
like
sad.
it's tough.
Let me tell you. It was sad.
That was almost worse. That
It was-
I would say it was bad. It was almost worse than when he passed it to that motherfucker on the Patriots at the Super Bowl.
Oh, instead of giving it to
Instead of giving the ball to Marshawn
Marshawn.
Lynch.
that made no sense at all.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the one time
But
I was in
that's it.
Arizona and I was upset.
Yeah.
He just wanted to see me get upset. That's cool.
Pissed.
But real quick, since we don't got too crazy amount of time, let's just jump right into the throwback question because it is Throwback Thursdays.
Yes.
Alicia, go ahead and take that away.
If you could go back in time, what age would you go back to and why?
I gotta think. So.
If I could go back to
Okay.
an age, any age.
Yeah. And why?
I mean, you could easily be like birth, but like
Birth.
just start over.
I would probably go back to 21. Because then I
21.
could legally drink. Not that I wasn't illegally drinking before, but it was like official. Like I went
So,
to Vegas. So
I guess this will be
could
my
do that.
question: is this to go back to change something, or is this to go back just to a time where you were just like, "This
Just
is
have
fun"?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
would you have to stay this age, or is it just like
no, you just
no?
Because for me, I'll
Same
be like,
thing, go
when I'm
back.
thinking about just like a fun time, I
Yeah.
would say like 11, 12.
Oh,
Huh? For me.
that's good.
Because that was at a time where I was just at like peace. Like I'm 11 years old, 12 years old. This is back at like the TRL days. Come home, watch TRL after school, talking to my cousin. We skating, having fun. Like it was just a fun time. There was I ain't had no bills. Like everything about life was just
No
chill.
bills, you
I
just
think.
be
I
a
mean, so
kid.
that's
And also
why-
my grandpa was still like my grandpa passed away when I was 13. My grandpa was still into the in the picture.
Okay.
So that'd be another big thing.
So I think that's why I would say probably 17 because technically I'm still a minor. So I'm my parents' problem. I ain't got to worry about all that bill paying shit.
Right.
That's number one.
Right.
And then like I had just graduated high school, starting college. So, going to college
Oh, you were
parties,
young.
there's a lot of alcohol there that I can partake in without necessarily having to buy it. So I can still enjoy some adult provisions
Free drinks.
without the adult responsibility. So yeah, I'm gonna say 17.
17?
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that 11, 12, that kind of the age group. Cause like literally like, and I used to like to perform too. This is like literally me doing like talent
Yeah.
shows, like learning dance moves on the TV screen,
Yeah.
like playing with Hot Wheels tracks. It seems like we were older, but I like
Yeah.
roller coasters, so that was the concept, like stuff like that,
A
just
Hot Wheels
fun.
track.
That was thing,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a good one.
Cause like literally, I think that's kind of the shift point of like how things went. So like 11, 12, everything was smooth, and then like I said, 13, my grandfather passed away. And then also when I turned 12, my stepdad got laid off from his job and moved to Virginia.
Oh,
So he's been
wow.
gone that
Okay.
long. So it's like that was like the year. Everything was good. Like we had the house, the whole family was there, everything was intact. And then from there on out, not saying everything got bad, but just it was different after that.
Yeah.
So that would be a time I would definitely go back and like, this is a moment. My sister was just born. She was like 1. Like,
Oh wow.
so
Okay.
I didn't know your sister was that much younger than
she's
you.
10
know,
years.
I
She
didn't know that
she's
either.
10 years younger than
I,
me. Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Like I probably, it's probably something I knew, but it just didn't. I didn't realize that she was that
Yeah,
much younger than you.
10-year
Yeah.
gap. Yeah.
What about you, Nick?
I thought when you said age, I thought you meant time in history. Honestly, when you said that, I don't know about my personal age, but if I can pick a time in history, it'd be the 1500s.
Okay.
It'd be the Dark Ages.
Make some changes.
No, black
okay,
people
so you
ruled
were-
Europe. We ruled the
Oh.
earth.
Nice.
They don't tell you that in school, but
Yeah.
Right.
in
Okay.
1500s we actually ruled all that shit. So we built all the castles and shit.
People
So
sleep on it. People sleep on that.
I would like to just enjoy that. You know what I mean?
Before-
Some
yeah,
knights,
like
knights in the shining armor and shit.
Right.
Like, you
That would
know.
be kind of fun.
Before colonization, yeah, it's all that's before
Yeah.
colonization.
Yeah, before
They're
yeah.
called colonizers for a reason.
Right.
Yeah, so if you guys ever look
like
up the
that.
Renaissance, Renaissance means to what does it mean? To reestablish, rebirth.
Yeah, so
Rebirth.
So everything prior to the Renaissance age, black people ruled all of Europe. So we built all the castles and stuff, and we had the Round Table and King Arthur and all of that stuff. So I would
that
just
would be
like,
fun.
yeah,
We had King Jerome.
yeah, fight a dragon or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be kind of cool. You know?
he said fight a dragon.
Yeah,
Think
you know.
they got there fighting a dragon.
Yeah, you
I was like,
know.
I don't know if my science is accurate. But the 1500s, I don't know if the dragon. Nah.
Man, they
Maybe.
got carvings of dragons back then,
Hey,
so I
man.
just gotta believe
They
the
might.
brothers, man.
They
Maybe
might.
they was out
That's
there
funny.
thugging.
That would be a good one.
But definitely, yeah. Definitely that time frame. That'd be cool.
1500s, that would be kind
That
of
would be
before
kinda
before
cool.
colonization. It'd be cool to be free.
Yeah, any other time in history after that.
I would say by free I mean like legitimately free, not freedom of speech. Like
Yeah,
literally
you
like
cut-
we
yeah.
kicking it.
You cutting it close
Yeah.
if you going.
Because now everything, even when you say freedom of speech, it's still monitored. Like everything you
Yeah,
do
that's
is
true.
is not the same.
Yeah. Well, there's freedom of speech. There's not freedom of consequence.
Right.
Yeah, you can say what you want to say.
Say what you want to say.
You just
Yeah.
got to
Right.
deal with the consequences after that.
I spoke my mind. Now I'm in jail.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Exactly.
canceled. Like,
Basically, that's how it goes.
now is that drive by for me?
That's
Like,
Oh.
nah, she looked too.
I was like,
Hilarious.
what are you talking about?
What?
Is that drive by for me? Those bullets for me? Like,
Like, what?
I was like, somebody brought something in here. What you talking about?
I would do that real quick before I take off.
Okay.
Yeah, so real quick, so that's pretty much sums up the show. I was just gonna give
Yeah.
some quick tips. I know you guys, the spring and slash summer's coming around, so you guys do know I do fitness,
Yes.
boxing, hit workouts, different things. So if you guys check out my fitness page at William Basham Fitness and soon to be YouTube page as well, I'm gonna be giving some tips, giving some things. If anybody's like looking to get training or has questions, you know, you can DM me into that. DM me on that page, because if you DM me on my other page, I won't see it. But if you DM me on my fitness page, I'll look for it. But I'm gonna be doing tips, trainings. I'm actually taking clients now. I wasn't before. So if you got questions about, you know, food, workouts, price, any of that stuff, just holla at me. So yeah.
Do you have any quick tips?
Any
Like,
quick tips
Yeah, to lose weight
for free?
for
Like,
quick tips.
You don't work
Oh,
for
yeah.
free. You don't
Yeah.
consult for free.
I don't work for free. You heard that thing? Like when you said tips, I was like, I give tips.
Like quick tips.
DM me. That's your first tip.
I'll text you.
We'll have conversation. That's your second tip. I'll give the rates.
But so,
And then you receive the tips. No,
The tips.
I don't mean to be like that. No, I mean just a healthy lifestyle, man. Just put, you know, if you're putting the right food in your body, it's gonna help you out both mentally and physically, which will in return help you to want to work out, want to do stuff for yourself, and not be so down in the dumps. Because people out here getting depressed and eating wild ass shit that's even making them more depressed. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Cause you know
That's true.
that food manipulates your hormones and all the good stuff. So, yeah, I guess that'll be my tip of the day.
Okay.
Eat better.
Eat better.
Like,
Okay.
that's what I'll give you for now. But holla at me.
All right.
But like I said, we are coming to a close, so we're gonna get around the room real quick. Let everybody give their name, whereabouts, if they choose. I'll start with the lady behind the camera.
hi, everybody. As I said, my name is Patrice. It's been fun hanging out with my friends today.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can find me nowhere because, yeah, no,
Yeah, no.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be found.
Right.
So
If you're looking for any of the food that she makes, so it'll be on my page.
It'll be
Like, I'll be posting the pictures, the images.
yeah.
And when I say eat healthy,
That won't be healthy.
that'll be healthy.
That's
you know,
cheat
mental.
day.
That'll be
Cheat
mental.
day.
Good mental food.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good mental.
I'll say
Maybe in the future when I come back, I'll
Bring
have.
food.
No, well,
Oh.
I mean, I could bring some food
We
the next
could.
time I have some time off and can come in here. But yeah, I'm in a rebrand, a personal rebrand stage right now. So that's why I was like,
Okay.
I don't want y'all to see my socials, and I don't want to give all that away.
Okay,
just yet.
gotcha.
Should never give your social out, but anyways,
Yeah. You're
Oh.
social.
Social Security. But yeah. Also, moving down the road, Miss A Dot.
Y'all can catch me at a.labs on IG and here.
And here. Yeah. Also, like I just mentioned, the fitness pages, both on TikTok and Instagram right now. We got William Basham Fitness. You guys can find me on that if you guys are looking for pointers. I'm going to also be posting workouts too. So if you guys want to get like little tidbits, or if there's a workout you see on there that I do and you got a question about it, like I said, DM me. Also, my regular page, it's William Basham on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, William Basham for funny content, comedic, whatever, all that good shit. Also, don't forget to follow ROLLOUT Digital. Check out
Yes.
ROLLOUT Digital. If, like I said, I'm telling you, it's going up. BSB, Brown Sugar
BSB.
Bourbon, get on it. Get your case, get it in the back before them
Yep.
prices go up. Take advantage of the deal.
Good.
It's solid. It's good. Even though there's a, yeah. I'm not gonna do it. I can see it. I can see it in her eyes.
No,
We-
it's
we
great.
ain't gonna- we
Brown
ain't
sugar bourbon is great.
Yeah.
Tastes really
Absolutely. Go get y'all some. Brown
Yeah.
sugar bourbon.
We're about to have a bourbon debate. One of these days we have a bourbon debate. A bourbon debate to go over these bourbons. But yeah, that's pretty much us. We are the No Name Podcast, where no name can describe this greatness, and we are out.